like to say? Jesus.
Welcome, world class bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. Tonight is the one, the only, DeAndre. All right, he's dead. Up next, American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
I can't figure out whether or not the Miami Heat uniforms are awesome or disgusting.
I'm going to go with both.
They are gloriously terrible.
There, you're back now, Dion. There you go.
I can hear you guys. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful time to be alive. Well, hello, motherfuckers.
Let's drink it something. Fuck you. So, did the Axel F button kick you out?
No. I fucking went to switch over to my headset, then they shut off randomly because I fuck with the connection, so I just couldn't hear anything. So it was all me. It was user error on this end, not on the proprietor of the shows.
Testicle difficulties. Stand by.
Yeah. Lance Armstrong, is that you?
Everybody gets one.
Oh.
He does, especially.
So, Nick is away on assignment tonight. What is his assignment, boys?
He is going out to figure out the link between Captain Marvel fans and the rest of us normal fucking human beings. It's a perilous journey. He might not make it back.
Well, you know what?
Probably not.
Nick, thank you, sir, for doing what you're doing. So tonight, folks, we have a ton of topics to talk about. So let's not wait any longer. Let's call in the Starship. What are they saying to us, Dion? Ready to beam us up?
They're saying beam us the fuck up, Brevskis.
All right. Well, I'm ready to be beamed up. Not really. Joel has one of these stupid posters that says "Beam us up, Cincinnati," and it's the Enterprise over the Cincinnati skyline. This is the shittiest thing I've ever seen. Joel,
that
if you're
is
listening,
the most Joel thing ever.
Yeah,
just burn
that
it.
Sounds right up his alley.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to talk about Joel's alley tonight. What we do want to talk about, though, is the show, episode 260. Yeah, we've reached another nice round number, guys. So let's have some fun tonight. So we're going to start our show like we always do. We have a new patron, Melanie. So, Melanie, thank you very much for joining us over on Patreon. Folks, we are about to embark on some Buffalo Jeff stuff. So let me show you guys what we have in the hopper for Buffalo Jeff. Let's see. Let's turn on the camera so everyone can see. Boom. Check out the hat, Dion. Kendo.
I see it. Very nice.
There we go. It's a nice hat. Anyway, first off, for this will be, we have Santa's Husband by Daniel Kibblesmith.
That's awesome. That is
So
just fantastic.
So Buffalo Jeff will be reading this relatively soon, aka probably tomorrow. We also have Woke Baby. We also have What Was I Scared Of? A Glow-in-the-Dark Encounter by Dr. Seuss. We also have What Pet Should I Get by Dr. Seuss. Spoiler alert, the answer is Dion Green.
No, that denied.
And then finally, we have The Cat in the Hat, just for you guys. So we only read offensive content as Buffalo Jeff, the things that should be canceled, a.k.a. Dr. Seuss and Daniel Kibblesmith. But folks, if you want to hear Buffalo Jeff and all that fun stuff, make sure you join us over on Patreon. So guys, you ready for tonight's word game?
I believe so, my good man.
Well, it's
Yes,
going to
I
have to
think
be... it's a sad one because we've been told our word game is a little too raunchy for YouTube, so we've decided to clean it up, guys. You ready?
I think so.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry, folks. So this week, what we're going to do is we're going to replace a word from the song title with the word butthole. There you go. That's how we clean it up here. So I've been on a Nirvana kick lately. So far, I have Smells Like Teen Butthole, Butthole As You Are, and Butthole Shaped Box. So those are my contributions for tonight so far. About a butthole.
Butthole
big
apologies.
Butthole cheese. All of it. All buttholes. You know what, folks? You just share your... Never mind. Send your butthole titles in. We'll have fun tonight.
Careful with that request.
Yeah, I don't... Who was that artist that sent pictures of his butthole to Ethan? Like Robbie somebody? Folks in the chat, let me know.
I forgot about that, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So ain't no butthole wide enough.
There you go.
Oh God.
This ain't no butthole for the wicked.
Buttholes don't grow on trees.
Yeah. Stairway to Butthole.
Butthole to heaven.
Butthole to heaven. That's a good one. Oh man! So, folks, send your butthole titles all night long. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole right now because I won't stop. I'm trying to look at a couple songs that I have on my playlist.
Buttholes are forever.
The Rockefeller Butthole or the Butthole Skank. That's a good one.
Somewhere over the butthole.
How about Butthole Over the Rainbow?
Butthole over the rainbow.
Yeah.
It's just a picture of the sun. Anyway, folks, we're going for another Guinness Book of World Records tonight, so we'll say Butthole 5,000 times.
Butthole Supernova.
In the sky.
Lucy in the Butthole with Diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has big layers.
Yeah, I like how you preface it with like, oh, it's too raunchy for YouTube, and we immediately jump into buttholes.
Yeah.
That's how we celebrate here, Dion. That's how we operate.
World class.
Now, Dion, we didn't get to mention this with you last week. It's kind of sad to bring it up, but our buddy DMX, we've never met him, but I don't. He had an OD, and it caused a lot of brain damage, and I don't think he's going to make it. Every week or every couple of days, it seems like we're hearing more and more bad news. So
yeah, it's not good. Which sucks because that's essentially our childhood, and so many crazy moments, whether talking shit or getting drunk or being an adult, comes with DMX. So and fans of his are well aware of the fact that dude's been struggling for fucking years at this point. And I mean, I think he was even on one of those ridiculous celebrity rehab shows. So it's tough to watch this kind of come to this point. And every day they're like, "Yep, it's more likely that this dude's a vegetable now." And it's. Mm-hmm. It really sucks, man. I just, everyone's holding out hope, but just hopefully he can, go peacefully and get some kind of payment for all the joy he's brought us in our ridiculously fucking normal lives.
I think of you every time I see DMX, us on that trip to WrestleMania.
Dude, how many DMX related good times have we had? Seriously, it's so many, man. So fucking many, dude.
I fucked up. I should have had a DMX button for this week. Well, that's okay. I can tell you something that'll surprise you, Dion.
What's that?
Domestic life has changed me.
Oh, uh-oh.
I found a musical I like, and I'm going to share it with you guys. You ready?
Oh,
here we go.
Does he look like a bitch?
Yes, my man! My fucking man! That's why you're my
I think I'm gonna fucking switch on you. Come on, man!
Fucker, you are the man! Yes!
Yeah, that had me very, very, very worried for about 10 seconds.
Welcome.
Wrong!
There you go.
There we go.
His fucking game has escalated, ladies and gentlemen. I am all about it right now.
Oh,
He's
dude,
so much better at this.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Every week, the last hour before the show, I go, all right, it's button time. What can we make? So I like it. Soon I'm just going to have a list of buttons. I'm never going to be able to find anything on this fucking platform anymore.
He's going to have to get an entirely different keyboard set up just for buttons.
I'm willing to get rid of some, but actually none of our buttons are ready to get rid of. I'm ready to get rid of yet. So
yeah, you're going to end up looking... you're gonna. Oh fuck! I can't even think of his name anymore. The keyboardist. No. Well, him too. It was just
Liberace.
No, the fucking
Ray Charles before the drugs. Carlos Santana, Champagne.
I don't know. Anyway, there's a really famous one that actually has a lot of decent tunes. He was really big in the '80s, and he would have all these keyboards set up playing his piano and his keyboard, and he's very famous. How his name has slipped me, I don't know. But anyway, that's gonna be
Billy Joel.
Yeah, that's the one.
You gave the worst setup ever.
I know. That's how I was gonna go.
In my head, it was gonna work, and then suddenly it's like I can't think of this guy's fucking name.
Yeah, well, there you go. We are the epitome of pop culture, Kendo. So we need help with this goes.
Now, Joe.
Now, I know this isn't really in our wheelhouse. We're not the demographic. Probably we're never the demographic for the Powerpuff Girls. But did you guys see they're making a live-action movie of the Powerpuff Girls?
I did see that. That is so goddamn hilarious.
This is it. Like, this looks
Whoa, that's like
yeah.
a fucking YouTube video.
exactly.
That looks like a prank. Like, hey, we're gonna do something really stupid. I got an idea. It's like that actually looks like a sketch from a sketch show.
I feel like we'd be pretty good at that, guys.
I do too.
So I'm not going to really get on a tangent or a rant about this outside of Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah,
It's fun today. A couple of actually, no, I've seen quite a bit. But I've seen quite a bit of that show. It's fine, but I'm not really invested in this. But I do think this is another epic fail in the making.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. We already saw how Jen and the holograms went.
Thank you. That's what this is. This isn't like. Okay, let me rephrase that. The Powerpuff Girls was a show that appealed to both boys and girls. Gem and the Holograms, I'm based on history, seems like it was just a girl show. So the Powerpuff Girls has a little more crossover, but I still don't think that's enough. Now, if there was like an animated one, and maybe if the world had, put like this, if we went back to theaters and there was a new Powerpuff Girl animated feature, I wouldn't watch it. But if it was on streaming, I might when I'm drunk or something. So that's about as far as I can go. I think this looks dumb. What other live action cartoons can you pitch for terrible remakes?
I mean, we already got G.I. Joe. I mean, I know the second one wasn't great. The first one was like laughably bad. You know, I can only imagine like a Captain Planet fucking live show being hilariously bad. You know, maybe even
Don Cheadle played him.
I mean, that's true. Captain Planet, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, but that
I'll just say anything off of like Adult Swim.
Yeah, I know if they were to ever do like especially the newest She-Ra, if they were to do a live action of that, that would be really cringy. You know, but yeah, it's really, you would think it's hard to fuck all that stuff up, but they find a way. They're like Jeff Goldblum, man. They're like life. They just keep finding a fucking way.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a movie based on a cartoon, then you probably should just make it a cartoon movie. I know, like with Pokemon, they did the Detective Pikachu thing, which was live action with CGI, and that worked. But
hey, Kendo,
yeah.
Speaking of Pokemon,
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Dead.
Fuck.
Wow. God damn. I was not expecting it to go that way, but I guess a Diglett does kind of look like a tombstone, I guess.
pretty much.
Nerd.
Oh, I don't miss the Pokemon days, but I'll never get tired of that meme.
Listen, I still think the It Was Me Austin one is just too fucking perfect.
Oh, don't worry.
The John Cena one is also really good too.
Are you sure about that?
I'll give John Cena a button on here. Don't worry. You know what my favorite one would be? Would be the fucking prank call. It's John Cena, but
No fucking Wrestle Farm and this fuck or whatever, a Super Slam or whatever it was called.
Super Slam.
Slam.
Dude, the best part is like when the guy calls and he's like, "I'm watching you," and she's like, "I'm sorry, what?" He goes, "That's exactly what the Undertaker said to John Cena." He fucking gets her for like a good 10 seconds. It's great.
Now, every week we seem to talk about how society accepts stupidity on a larger scale more and more every week. Would you guys like to hear probably one of the most... I don't even know what the word to describe this is. I just can't believe that they're making a movie about this bullshit. Have you heard the story?
No.
They're making a live-action movie about ancient aliens.
How?
Don't... let me pull up the thing for you.
Cowboys versus aliens did not go back far enough in time.
I guess not. We have to go back from the beginning. So here we go. Executive turned scribe Luke Ryan is writing the script to adapt the long-running History Channel series Ancient Aliens. Legendary Pictures, which controls the rights to the series, has closed a deal for Counterbalance Entertainment, the creators of the showrunners of Cobra Kai, to direct and produce a feature project. So if you don't know, Ancient Aliens is a pseudo-documentary series that has been airing since 2009 and deals with pseudoscience and the ideas that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in ancient times, sometimes provoking cultures into thinking they were gods. Details of the script are being kept under wraps, but according to Legendary, the story will be a two-handed globe-spanning adventure featuring ancient sites and artifacts, confronting the theories and questions raised by the popular docuseries.
Okay, so it's not actually going to be set. It's not actually going to be like a what if this were real? Let's do a live action version of these ancient alien theories brought to life. It's actually going to be like, what if we took this ridiculous yet weirdly addictive television show and just made up the story instead of based it around actual theories?
I mean, the TV show's pretty made up in general because it's like,
really
any type of gap. Well, it must have been the fucking aliens.
So it's pretty much just a feature length version of what they are.
Yeah, they're just trying to make the meme a bigger meme, which hey, fellow kids, look what we're making type bullshit, which is funny if it weren't real, but that's just trying to make the meme real, cashing in on it. I mean, this
is kind of like that Emoji movie from a couple years ago, except for they decided to use ancient aliens.
Yes, like what?
What's a shittier idea, guys?
I mean, the
ancient aliens
still pretty bad.
I would rather watch the Ancient Aliens movie over the Emoji movie.
Agreed. Because
Like
fucking Sir Patrick Stewart in that shit.
But only if the Ancient Aliens movie has Mark Sargent in it. I feel like he is the right choice.
Wait, are they going to cross Flat Earthers and Ancient Aliens in one movie?
Oh my god. That would be the greatest Versus movie of all time.
We should just call it Conspiracy Theory, the animated series.
Oh my god, somebody needs to make a Conspiracy Theory Battle Royale movie. Where it's just like a Flat Earther and like a QAnon person and a fucking Ancient Aliens person.
That movie would make $8.
Yeah, let's say. I don't want anything to do with that movie. I don't care. Jeff could be like, I'm making this myself, and be like, I'm out.
No, thank you.
I mean, I think Nick would be the one to make that movie.
Jones.
Oh, God. Still better than Alan Smithy. So, folks, we're going to jump into some of our talk about Ghostbusters in just a minute. We're also going to be talking about a change. So last year, everything was doom and gloom. The world was over. We were never going to step foot in a movie theater, so they decided to make sure that all the films were released simultaneously on streaming and theaters, and in theaters at the same time. And now they've changed it. So we're going to be talking about that in a moment. But before we get too deep into the show, aka these butthole topics, let's see what the audience has to say. Now, Dion, I do have a super chat button.
Ooh, shit.
Would you like to see it?
Damn right.
I'm going to show it to you.
God damn it now!
That is for our super chats. So anytime we have a super chat we need to jump to, we just do that, and then we jump in.
I like it.
Well, not every super chat. Oh, God. I don't want a copyright strike from Disney. Anyway, our friend Roger H. says, sorry I missed the part of Jesse's stream where I'm supposed to figure out how to claim my sticker. Jesse, would you like to help Roger H?
Oh, yeah. So you're just going to shoot me an email, me.mindlessentertainment@gmail.com to let me know where to send it. And if you forget what that email address is, it's on my community tab on YouTube, so you don't forget. Thanks for tuning in yesterday, Roger.
And thank you for the super chat, Roger. Chaz Ferno says, Stay Puft Member Berries has me concerned. Anyone else? Well, we'll be talking about Ghostbusters next, and I find it interesting what they're doing. Member Berries, this is the time where Member Berries are required to help you forget something recent. But we'll get into that in a moment. Infinite Wander says, Jeff, you need to watch If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device. One of the latest episodes has the finest politics you'll ever see. Rap battle. All right, let me take a picture of that, Infinite Wander. Dion.
Yes.
We're still working on our Warhammer stream. So folks that are listening, we're still going to make that happen. My living situation issue has kind of put me a week behind across the board. So I'm getting caught up with everything. So if anybody has any questions or anything they had talked to me about, now is the time that I'll start to get back into it. And so also we have our friend TLJ Screwjob. This message bothers me. He says hold on, I know how to read this. The Empire pegs back.
Combine the two, the Empire pegs butthole.
The butthole pegs back.
Oh,
that'd be an interesting title.
Ass to ass.
Yeah. Where's Nick when you need him?
At home washing his tights.
Yeah, we're having a week where we're talking about smut films and all this independent stuff, and our guy's not here. I feel
this motherfucker's taking the week off.
I know.
Yeah, I fucking made it, and I can barely sit up.
Well, our friend Jury Nitpicker says breaking butthole, sweet home butthole.
I mean,
I wouldn't call it sweet. Doug Keller says the Beehole Rider anthem.
that's the unreleased DMX version.
Dude, I don't even want that to be uncensored. The Beehole Rider anthem is just a great name. This show's off the rails. Anyway, Leonardo da Vinci says, evening WCBS, it's been a long week and I'm ready for the weekend. Hope you're all doing well. Are we doing well?
For the most part, I mean, outside of one of us is crippled, another one is dealing with some bullshit, and one just didn't show up. I think we're alive and kicking, goddammit.
We are kicking.
We're making it happen.
We are. But Leonardo da Vinci, thank you very much. Your artwork is my favorite. Doug Keller he says they should make a Johnny Wishbone TV show. I'd watch that. He's a psychic from the island of St. Croix.
There you go. And it's like John Edwards, but different.
Now hold on. The super chat window just jumped in. Wait. I feel like Johnny Wishbone's a little more credible than John Edwards.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Johnny Wishbone knows he's full of shit.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just roll back a minute because there we go. Now we're back on. So Runs with Phantom says, it's world-class Buffalo time. Dreary Nitpicker says, well, hello, WCBS. Well, Jeff, Mafex just sent me the blue suit Batman, so now I have both, but only paid for one. I don't know how, but I got good karma. Look at the Jew. I don't know, but I ain't complaining. Ha ha.
Bank error in your favor, sir.
Yeah. All I can say is congratulations. I wish I would randomly get a free Batman figure from Mafex in the mail.
Happy Passover.
Yeah, happy Passover, says Jesse. Somebody's looking out for you, buddy. Dion, you got your Superman in the mail this week. How has that been treating you, buddy?
So good. I'm actually trying. I had to rearrange. I actually got to buy more fucking shelves, but I had to take some dudes down. Blade had to sit down for right now until I get more shelves. And right now he's fighting Darkseid with the Mafex Dark Knight Rises Christian Bale Batman. So that's what I'm using right now. And then I'm since I got the Sovereign Knight, I'm thinking about getting that 112 Superman. But that one, I don't know. But I'm super happy with it right now. They got their own shelf. They're battling Darkseid. I'm nutting all over this motherfucker.
I like how when Dion gets an action figure, he has to be like a head coach and decide who gets benched.
The accuracy of that statement, sir.
Sorry, Blade. You're just gonna have to ride the pine on this one. We got to put Superman in.
There's nothing personal, son. Just we got to put our best foot forward right now.
I got Michael Myers in the mail this week, and I
saw that.
Yeah, I don't normally buy Halloween shit, but this is legit, amazing. So, for those who are collectors out there, folks, the 1/6 scale line tend to be pretty pricey. Hot Toys tend to run $250, Sideshow $235, but this little studio called Trick or Treat Studios put out a Michael Myers at $119, and I was like, this is going to be shit. And I saw these pictures of it, I'm like, man, this does look like shit. But I ended up finding some guy who laid it out. He says, Michael Myers doesn't look like shit in all these pictures. The pictures are shit because the lighting. So basically, I took a whole study in action figure lighting this week, and then I ended up buying this Michael Myers, and it looks awesome in person. So, Dion, I'm nerding out with you just thousands of miles away.
Man, after my own heart, I can dig it.
Yeah. Going for Psycho Killers instead, like Jesse said. So, hey. We used to have a Michael Myers button, didn't we? There he is.
I don't think so. Oh, yeah, there he is. Yep, that's the one.
Back when I didn't realize what the buttons could do. Oh, thank you. Our friend Klaus Stork says, howdy ho, WCBS crew. Almost a week at my new job, and it's going great. Booyashaka, or Booyakasha. Well, congratulations, Klaus Stork, on your new job.
Yeah, 619.
Yeah. Doug Keller says, question for Dion. What are your thoughts on the Lions trading for Jared Goff? Super Bowl bound?
You know what? If I were a man of jokes and hee hee and ha ha, yeah, sure. But fuck it. They're taking a quarterback. Let Matt Stafford go and try to get a fucking ring. Get out of this fucking city of despair. Especially now, our fucking coach is one of those weirdos talking about we'll get knocked down and we're gonna fight on the way back up. We'll bite you out at the knees. We're gonna take you with us. It's like, motherfucker, just tell me how to run a play.
I was gonna
Bullshit.
ask you, is your head coach the lead singer of Chumbawamba, dude?
He looks like fucking what's the dude from South Park, Kendo? The coach. Fuck. Is it PC Principal? He looks like that fucking.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, PC Principal. Yes.
Dude, it's so fucked up. Like every time the Lions get some goddamn motivational speaker bullshit, old school football, we're gonna go down and take you with us. No, motherfucker, get me someone who knows how to win fucking games with this bullshit. Those are grown men. This isn't fucking. Remember the Titans.
I wish it was.
And the Ford family came out and said that they were actually going to do the things that were right, because like the new Ford took over and they were going to run it right and they were going to win and this and that and the other thing. But it's like, I mean, if anything, Jared Goff is just a placeholder for a year while they draft somebody, if there's anybody to draft. But I wouldn't worry about other people laughing at you, especially when they have to dismantle their entire team because they're in cap hell.
Listen, my black ass, I ain't gonna say nothing because the fact that both owners are about to be fucking dead. And now we got a new era of 17 games. So we have another opportunity for a perfect fucking season, which the Lions and the Browns are the odds-on fucking favorite to be the first to do that dumb shit. And they probably will. Just to spite my stupid ass.
They're staring at each other over the table, being like, oh no, we're gonna lose. No. We're worse. We're gonna lose.
Fuck you.
That's what they should do. That should be like the NFL's fallback plan for that 17th game of the season. It should historically every year automatically be Cleveland, Detroit, just to make sure that there's something on the line that game.
100%. And if Vegas was smart, they'd be offering odds. Who's going to go 0-17 first, Detroit or Cleveland? But, and listen, and they're probably going to steal it now. So I want the fucking royalties when that shit rolls in millions of fucking dollars.
I would like that too. And a toilet made of solid gold, but it's just not in the cards. So,
Nope.
So we also have our friend Joseph Bienowicz, who says, "Hail to WCBS, Dion. We've got a horse for you."
Negative, denied.
He also says Buffalo Jeff reads "Go the fuck to sleep." Yes. I will. That'll be the first book on the next that I order. And so, folks, what I should do is I should sign each one of these books Buffalo Jeff and just give them away.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, I got to get rid of these books somehow. Maybe we'll
be a Patreon tier.
We'll do a Patreon tier thing. Yeah, you can get the book, a signed Buffalo Jeff book. The only reason I'm doing it is just to get rid of it from the house because I don't have space for all these children's books.
I was getting random the last tenant. I was getting Jewish books. You should read those at some point too.
Maybe. Nothing is safe. Nothing is sacred.
Definitely read the Yiddish fish.
We'll do that. Thunder Robot says, "Okay, since we now know that hashtags work, let's start hashtag release the Schumacher Batman and Robin cut. Since we know the studio Johnsoned it."
Shit.
Our friend Doug Keller says, "Handsome Jeff returns." Thank you very much, Doug Keller. And we're going to stop with the super chats there. We'll get caught up in a minute because there's a great one, but I don't want to derail the show just yet because it might break Dion's spirit. So we're going to take a little break. You're welcome. Now, so we are all Ghostbusters fans. That is not debatable. That is not up for question. That is really not even a topic. It's like, yeah, we are. It's just done. It's obvious. So the new Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer has been, it was fine. It was cool. But the clip that they showed with the little Stay Puft Marshmallow people and the state of Ghostbusters is what I want to talk about right now because nostalgia is fun. Nostalgia might be necessary this time. And I'm not making an excuse for a movie studio or anything, but I think Ghostbusters, we're in an interesting discussion right now. Or we can have an interesting discussion about Ghostbusters. So let me pull up this little image right here, and we'll start. So, Kendo, when you heard Paul Rudd was going to be in a Ghostbusters film, what were your initial thoughts?
You know that gif of Jonah Hill where he's like freaking out? That.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I was like, oh my God, Paul Rudd's going to be in a Ghostbusters movie. This could be awesome.
Dion, same question to you, buddy.
I was excited. I was like, oh, maybe they're actually making decisions based on the desire to have the thing be fucking successful. Oh, okay. So they're actually going for, commodities, proven commodities, and not bullshit they think people are going to want because it makes them seem like they're cool and forward thinking. I'm in. Let's fucking do this. Paul Rudd and fucking Finn. Let's go, motherfucker.
So, Finn Wolfhard, that kid, I guess he could sell stuff, so good for him.
Apparently.
So, I saw the clip like a lot of people did today, with the Stay Puft Mini Marshmallow people, men. Yeah, Mini Marshmallow men. That's what they are. And it was cool. It was funny, but I started to read the comments. And so I'm thinking Ghostbusters Afterlife is kind of an important movie on a twofold front. So it's got to be the movie that helps everyone forget about Ghostbusters 2016. And so what I think's about to happen is we're going to have another nostalgia fest on the level of The Force Awakens. But unlike Disney, who has a lot of different franchises and, fires or irons in the fire, Sony's they can't really fuck this one up. So what I'm hoping is they figure out the formula of how to do a callback movie without making it suck. I think that's the most important thing with this, because this is the last chance for the Ghostbusters brand. You fucked it royally 5 years ago by trying to make it a feminist agenda piece with Melissa McCarthy and Paul Feig, and all these other people attached to the film. And now, 5 years later, you're trying to fix it. So this is the last chance. I've said this on the record many times. Ghostbusters has one more shot, and I really hope that this is it, because you got Paul Rudd and you got maybe a few too many member berries, but you got to make people forget about the shit that came before it. So I think it'll be an interesting discussion in November to talk about this film.
100%. And again, I think, if anything, this puts to bed that whole notion that, the studio knows that they had a good property. It was the fans' fault. No, now we realize that they now fucking know what a disaster the 2016 Ghostbusters was. So you can knock all that stuff out about, Paul Feig being sandbagged or the majority of the fans that went to that movie being sexist and the studio sabotaging it. Put all that shit to bed. They have now pretty much admitted with this movie even before the Iron Curtain of the beer flu coming down, was that they messed up, and they know they messed up, and they want to make money off this property. And if you want to make money, you got to somewhat take it seriously. So
yeah,
that's what I love about this. And even though the trailer didn't knock my socks off, it kept up a legitimate excitement for a property that needs a W, and that last one, no matter how you spin it, no matter how many times you share that picture of them at some school with a bunch of girls and promoting them to get into science, the movie fucking sucked and it failed. And now we know that they know that.
Here's where I am optimistic. So I watched the little trailer thing here. I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. Paul Rudd's involved. I'm in. But then I saw an article in which Bill Murray was talking about being in this Ghostbusters movie. And he essentially said that he had a long conversation with Jason Reitman about the movie and what they planned on doing, and that he's really excited and really looking forward to being a part of it. So I'm like, if Bill Murray is in, then I'm feeling pretty good about where this is going.
Yeah, I didn't know Bill Murray said that. So
unless that was like a fake news article, which I hope it wasn't, because that made my day. But
did you read it from We Got This Covered?
No, and I didn't get it from my sources on Reddit. But in the article, it talks about how he was, because there's that story out there about how he hated Ghostbusters 2. Well, it talks about that in there where he agreed to come back and do Ghostbusters 2 because he was under the impression it was going to be, this other type of movie. But then when he got there, he realized he'd been lied to by the people in charge, and that it was not at all what he was told it was going to be, and that's why he hated it so much. So the fact that he had a long conversation with Jason Reitman about making this movie and talking about what they were planning and what they were writing and what they wanted to do, and that he was 100% on board with it, I'm like, perfect. He was in. He's making the movie. That the fact that he came back to do it makes me think we're going to be okay.
I enjoy the Mini Marshmallow Men torture. You watched the clip, right, where they cooked themselves, essentially?
Yes.
I love that they're now embracing this. So this new Ghostbusters film is going to be marketed to hell. You can buy this little action figure of a burning Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I think I need 10 of these.
That's awesome.
That is hilarious.
I will tell you this,
Dude.
though. I'm going to double my efforts to make sure Wokebusters is available this year so we can coincide with this fucked up movie.
Dude, let's go.
They've re-released. Do you remember the real Ghostbusters toys?
Yeah.
They have re-released those because my buddy sent me a picture and he was like, dude, check out what's at the store. And they've got Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He's not as big as the original one because I was like, well, that doesn't look as big as the one that I've got, but that's fine. I get that. But then they're doing what everybody else is doing, where like the Masters of the Universe and everything. That's in the original look packaging, the original figures and everything, and for the low price of like $15.
Well, unbeknownst to most people, that is low key the cover design for Wokebusters, the back book. So I've been paying close attention to classic Ghostbusters stuff, especially the re-release. When we were out at Christmas time, they had a few like weird ones at Walmart, but they didn't have the full team. I was like, if they got all 4 of them, I'll buy them today, but they didn't. Speaking of comics, I forgot to mention we have one right now on Indiegogo. Dropped the link just a second ago for Stealing Solo. I guess our goal would be what? 2 more backers for tonight, so we get the nice 7:30. Then we're only 20 away from our next, halfway point. So yeah, folks, we're shooting for 2 tonight, and let's see if we can make that happen. The link is in the chat.
We want all the backers.
Well, I was telling the High Council. I was mentioning this in the High Council, guys. If we can move a specific number of books, since we're a trade paperback, we will make the top 200. If we can move the exact same amount from the first campaign, we would make that list. Will they put us on the list? No, but we would qualify. So that's pretty cool to make one of those lists. So hopefully Comic-Con will index that success.
Sweet.
I like it.
I do.
Platinum record, here we come.
Yeah. Yes, Wokebusters is definitely misogynistic. I guess Stealing Solo is too. There are no women in the comic. Oh no. But they're on the cover, so I guess,
These things happen.
Yeah, they do. I mean, story of kidnapping. You don't really worry about inclusivity when you're trying not to go to jail.
Right. There's far more pressing issues at hand, like, pulling off said kidnapping, getting away with said kidnapping.
The part I'm really excited for, coming up at least, is recording the fucking audio drama. We've always wanted to make one of those.
Mm-hmm.
We all know. So, I gotta say, we're not done talking about Ghostbusters just yet, because one of our favorite Hollywood icons has spoke up and compared the new Ghostbusters to his film. Kevin Smith.
Of course he did.
Did he cry?
I'm so sick
Probably.
of this dude. God.
Well, let's have a little fun at Kevin Smith's expense. Actually, I don't know what he's going to say, so it could be cool. Kevin Smith compares Ghostbusters Afterlife scene to his movie Yoga Hosers. I take back my acronym. Director Kevin Smith points out...
And here I was excited to go to movies.
Dude, we had an opportunity to go to a movies pop-up, and we fucking missed it. I'm pissed still.
Yeah. It's popping up here on the 21st.
You better go.
I want to, but I'm afraid that I'm going to run into Kevin Smith. He'll be there crying.
Well, if you do...
You're not supposed to meet your heroes.
Well, look, if you run into him, just be extra careful not to give him a heart attack. We don't want to do it a second time.
No. Be like, hey, remember that heart attack? You're welcome.
I can't believe somebody blamed us.
I mean, it's pretty funny. I mean, why would you want to blame the dude who's been morbidly obese for the last 20 years? No, it's a bunch of people who said mean things about him on the internet.
In all honesty,
made movies about dealing with that shit.
I took it as a badge of honor. It's because the channel was way smaller back then, and it's like to think that this guy, this well-known Hollywood director, had the time to come watch our video and then have a heart attack over it. I was like, wow.
That guy from Ohio really pushed my fucking buttons. That's all he can say.
Fuck that Jeff Hikes.
I know, right? Of all people to get my name wrong. Boom. Fuck you, Kevin. Good callback, by the way, Kendo.
Thank you.
So, Director Kevin Smith points out the similarities between the mini puffed scene in Ghostbusters Afterlife and the scene in his own movie Yoga Hosers. Smith's directing career has been long and varied, ranging from his 1994 self-funded indie breakout hit Clerks through his more commercial phase in the late 2000s, which saw him directing Bruce Willis in Cop Out. What a winner. Smith has since moved back into self-funding and distributing his movies, including Yoga Hosers in 2016. Quick detour. 2016 must have just been that most fucked up year on record for movies. Like, everything shit the bed in 2016.
Seriously.
That's when they shot The Last Jedi, so there we go. It tracks. It's like poetry. It rhymes. So Kevin Smith has tweeted out, and he goes, after the clip was released, eagle-eyed Twitter user pointed out the similarities between the Ghostbusters Afterlife scene and the Bratzi sequence in Yoga Hosers. Smith tagged in the original tweet, quoted it, tagging Jason Reitman, and playfully suggest the movie should have a crossover, asking if, can my kids come over and play with your kids? You can read the interaction below. I think this is the only way I wouldn't see Ghostbusters Afterlife this if this was a crossover with Kevin Smith. No.
What if the only crossover is that they're busting the ghosts and it ends up taking them to like Leonardo, New Jersey, and they drive by the Quick Stop and Jay and Silent Bob are standing there?
That would be amazing.
Okay, because that part I'd be like, you know what? That cameo right there would work for me.
The fucked up part is, like, if we made a movie, I'd want to put that in our movie. Like, I'd want Jay and Silent Bob to pop up in it as a cameo, but, well, wish in one hand, shit in the other.
That's a lot of shit.
Yeah, there is a lot of shit right here on screen. Yoga Hosers, I will again say, is my least favorite Kevin Smith experience ever. It's bad on a different level. My Kevin Smith can outcry your Kevin Smith. Said no one ever. No one ever. Oh, I would never claim Kevin Smith as my own, to be honest.
Not today, that's for damn sure.
20 years ago, maybe.
So do you think Ghostbusters Afterlife is going to be a big hit, or do you think it's going to be a flop? And that they're going to blame it on?
I think it's going to be a hit. I think, especially if it's good, word of mouth's going to get around that, hey, this isn't Ghostbusters 2016, and I think it'll probably start off slower than expected, but I think it's going to pick up, and especially, over the first 2 weeks of it being out. I think it's going to get some traction. It's definitely going to make way more than the fucking 2016 one. I'll tell you that. It's not going to be a loss of $70 million damn dollars.
You're right.
Well, this one will be, I hope this one's a hit. To me, it just will spit in the face of what Paul Feig tried to do all those years ago. So every dollar this one makes, fuck you, Paul Feig. But at the end of the day, it's also Sony. So it's like, fuck us because we're the customers and they don't really, nobody wins here. Either Ghostbusters is a fixed brand, but Sony wins for being a piece of shit, or we get screwed over again.
Yeah.
What's the lesser of the evils? Family.
That right there. That's the lesser of the two evils.
I don't know, man. I think we want it to be successful mainly because of Wolfhard and Paul Rudd and all that. I can't remember who's playing the mom, but I think that's the lesser of two evils because it's successful for them, and then Paul Rudd's got another successful franchise under his belt, and people are reminded that this dude is bankable, and then on the flip side of that, it's like, how much of a W do you want Sony to have, and how much of a W do they deserve? And at this point, especially with the first one, and then doubling down, and then on top of that, all the bullshit they were starting with the Spider-Man film rights, and obviously the debacle that was the Amazing Spider-Man franchise. Like, does Sony deserve a win here? And it's like, if I got to swallow that pill along with a Paul Rudd win, I think I'll take it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd rather Ghostbusters be a really good movie to show everybody, hey, Ghostbusters is fully capable of having a great movie. Don't remember that last one they tried trotting out there. Plus, I feel like Paul Feig would be very upset if this one is really successful, and that makes me happy. So I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah, I like that idea. Let's break his heart. So, there's one other piece of Sony news. I figured we could talk about this now briefly. So we talk about every week a new streaming service. Oh, there's Paramount Plus, Peacock, Disney Plus, HBO Max. Well, time to hear about Sony. You guys ready to hear what Sony's up to?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Not. Damn.
Don't worry, they're just going to Netflix.
Oh, okay.
They decided to circumvent their bullshit. So it looks like there's a new exclusivity deal with Netflix and Sony. So right after the theaters, it looks like it's going to Netflix, which, fine. I have Netflix. It's not a big deal to me. But if it's under some bullshit tier, then I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
So, Marvel, you'll never have all your toys in one toy chest.
Yep. That's sad. That's very sad.
I don't think I would even... If Sony had their own streaming service, it would be the old Spider-Man movies, Ghostbusters, some James Bond, and a few other things. It would be as bad as Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
It's shitty.
Yeah. That one is just... It just screams dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I just got to put this on screen. Kevin Smith has his own streaming service. His eyes, LOL.
Oh.
I mean, it fits.
Yeah.
He'll just say R.I.P. Carrie the entire goddamn time.
Right.
Yeah, Jet Sparks. I guess they do technically have Crackle. They do have Crackle.
It's still a thing.
Yeah, it's free, which is...
Yeah.
I don't watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's free. Yeah, you can get it right now. I mean, I don't, but yeah, you can.
I don't have time for that bullshit. The one thing I've learned is how useless TV is today. When you have... On your phone, they give you Pluto TV. On the TV, they give you Pluto TV. When you pay for cable, there's so many crossover channels. It's like, why? Why would I ever pay for anything anymore? Because all the expensive cable channels over here are like the same shit you get on Pluto. So it's like, oh, you want to watch MTV? Well, you don't get regular MTV on this package. You get MTV U, and that's the same when you get on these other free platforms.
Yep.
Can we just get everything fixed? I mean, after the Peacock debacle with the WWE Network, it shows that you should buy physical media. So
Right.
maybe, Dion, it's time to go back. We'll go back and invest. Yeah. So let's catch up with the audience before we move on to our next topic. So where were we at? Let's see. Cesario Japan, you were not next. We had... Oh, okay. SH Rebels 08 had a request. Buffalo Jeff, sing Every Breath You Take for Dion.
Oof.
Well, I had these lyrics pulled up just to be prepared.
What do you mean you had them pulled up?
Every breath you take, every move you make,
I am so uncomfortable.
every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you.
I had to move the headset further away from
Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you.
I'm about to call the police.
Oh, can't you see?
Oh, he's still okay.
You belong to me.
Yep.
This is so uncomfortable.
How my poor heart aches with every step.
There's
you
no way
take.
someone else isn't driving.
I can't believe people actually think this is like a love song too. It's definitely not.
It's the opposite.
I will
it's
say
just
this though. That guy's Sting is extremely talented. Not only was he like a great recording artist, also did some movie roles, but he also was a fucking famous wrestler.
Yep.
So-
Heavyweight world champ.
I mean, all the hats that man has worn, that's just brilliant right there. Good for him.
What do you think his greatest achievement in each field is? So in the ring, it's clearly when he fought Ric Flair, right?
Yeah. That big Flair match he had where he won the title for the first time was probably that one. And then movie-wise, I'm going to say Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels because that would be my favorite Sting movie because he's in that. And then
Not June.
no.
No.
And then I guess favorite, I don't know, just the Police had some good albums. I personally, I'm a big fan of Synchronicity.
Right.
Does that have Message in a Bottle in it or on it?
No, Message in a Bottle's on Regatta de Blanc, I believe.
And the
realize
name,
you were-
it hits us in the soul. Regatta de Blanca.
Yeah.
Our friend Cesario Japan with a super generous super chat says, a few streams ago, you mentioned I've been a fan for years, but I don't know exactly when. If I recall correctly, the earliest stream I remember was when Dion fell asleep on stream, snoring loudly with Kendo and Nick laughing their drunk asses off. Drunk arses off, excuse me.
That was during a show? Was it? You sure it wasn't a live stream and like a movie?
You've fallen asleep on the show before.
Yeah, Dion's fallen asleep on the show a few times. I think he was the first one to fall asleep on the show.
I specifically remember times waking up and then the show being over and everything clearly off and everything. So for sure, I'm willing to bite that bullet. That being said,
it was all a dream, Dion.
I'm gonna say I've fallen asleep on After Hours a time or two.
Yeah, I'm glad After Hours is now the Sunday hangover. We just have much better shows. Now, Cesare Japan, I know you've been listening at least since 2019. That's when I lived back in Cincinnati, but I'm pretty sure you've been around since 2018, which is what I consider our like relaunch / fandom menace, grouping and all that stuff. Really post Last Jedi is when we really took off. So yeah, I remember you for the long haul. So I'm going to guess 2018 you've been around. If you can find an earlier time, then cool. But Kendo, you joined the show in 2017, so
right,
a small window that it could have been that year.
Yeah, August of 2017 is when I joined.
It was a good time.
Booyaka.
Yeah, 619.
Who's there jumping out the sky? KEND to the O. That's Kendo.
It should have just been Ray.
I'm too tall to be Rey Mysterio. But then again, most people that are adults are too tall to be Rey Mysterio.
Yes. Most people over the age of 15 are too tall to be.
I think Devin is too tall to be Rey Mysterio.
Yes, 100% Devin is taller than Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, that's how I was as a kid. Thinking back, like, oh man, if I would have been a Rey Mysterio fan, they say don't meet your heroes, but oh my god, it's Rey Mysterio. He's so little. I would have said that
you would have frightened him.
Oh, were you there when I scared Sin Cara?
No, but I can't think that's really difficult to do either. He seems like a skittish type.
I never told you that story, Dion?
No.
Oh shit. Okay, so when I was down in Miami for WrestleMania 28, we're at the fan access, and you can go up and get pictures with the wrestlers. Yeah. It was like a slow night, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna get a picture with Sin Cara because he sucks. So they did the countdown, and they're like, all right, guys, 1, 2, 3, and I go, raw, like that, and throw my arms up, and he jumped.
Did he immediately botch and get hurt?
He did. That's why he doesn't wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
Damn it, Jeff. You mess him up again, even more so than his own entrance.
I know.
Yeah.
Right? So we're caught up on those back super chats. We caught up on a couple of the B-Hole Rider anthems. We read the Johnny Wishbone TV show, and now we're caught up with Cesare Japan, who says, PPG Reboot is a fine example of cosplayers doing better costumes than Hollywood. Remember Starfire from Titans? Pull up a dozen better cosplays. Dude, they do look dumb. I don't know why you would make them look so generic, unless it's to make... If this is one of those comedies, kind of like how they treated the Brady Bunch in the 90s, or the Addams Family, those kind of like meta movies. If this is a meta movie about the Powerpuff Girls and the absurdity of it, it's a different story. But if this is meant to be like serious and it looks like that, then I'm kind of just out of it. But the cosplayers do it right. I'd argue cosplayers do Batman better than Batman right now. Yes, the Ben Affleck suit is awesome, but I'm talking Robert Pattinson. That is the future. Ben Affleck is sadly the past. So cosplayers do it better there too, dude. Dion, we've experienced some pretty cool cosplayers, and we've experienced some pretty bad cosplayers.
Yes.
Now, the best one I've ever seen was this Jive Turkey who hugged Billy Zane. But I'm a little biased.
See, that was one of my favorites, actually.
He was not a Jive Turkey. Billy Zane specifically asked.
That's true. It's one of those moments where the dude showed his character, whoever that hero was in that white meat, beautiful getup. Real hero. Real hero.
Family, excuse me. Yeah, keep talking. Apparently they're coming to take me away.
Yeah, man, talking all that trash. You already almost took out Kevin Smith. We can't have you getting back at Sin Cara, goddammit. We gotta put a stop to this bullshit.
Apparently that was within the statute of limitation, and now they're coming for you.
Oh shit.
But yeah, it is pretty funny when you have channels like Bat in the Sun with their latest Batman YouTube film coming out with better iterations of the costumes than these gigantic studios. But again, that goes to show you that it's that whole hey kids, look what we're doing, says the old man in his ivory tower. Like, they just don't, for some reason, and I think part of it is that they're not fans, right? They're not people who watched it or grew up with it. And that Powerpuff Girls is proof positive of that shit. They just, it's just three girls in blue, pink, and green, right? And then we'll just make them a little bit older, a little bit thicker, and we'll call it a film. It's like, no, that's not how this shit works. You actually have to know what it is you're doing. You have to try it and at least take it seriously, that you're trying to make what these people saw as kids, what they grew up with, what they became fans of, making it look real and legitimate, and it's just, for some reason, so many people who get paid a lot of money can't get it right.
Now, speaking of somebody who was paid a lot of money and some would say royally fucked up something huge, Dion, I know your take on this, but Kendo, Joss Whedon, yay or nay, right? Which one?
Nay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Kenda or Dion, I know your answer.
Yeah.
So we have talked about the Snyder Cut ad nauseum. I'm done. But they're still trying to defend this movie. And I just wanted to read you this. Are you guys ready to hear this?
Absolutely.
Justice League writer told Warner Brothers to take his name off Whedon Cut. It's an act of vandalism. After watching the Whedon Cut for the first time, Chris Terrio called his lawyer to get his credit removed. I didn't realize it was that serious. Did you guys?
Hell no. But when it's the flavor of the month, you can't be the only one not getting the taste.
Yeah. So do you want to hear this bullshit story?
I do.
So Chris Terrio says, I was in LA at the time working on Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Terrio said about watching the Whedon Cut. I was on the west side of Los Angeles working with J.J. Abrams at the time, and I drove to the studio and I sat down and watched it a couple of weeks before release. I immediately called my lawyer and said, I want to take my name off the film. The lawyer then called Warner Brothers, and I told them that's what I wanted to do. Because the film had already been locked and sent to exhibitors, removing Terrio's name from the movie would require new prints and copies of the movie to be made, and thus a release delay would need to take place. That's when Terrio decided against following through with his plans to get his name off Whedon's cut. It would be international scandal in a news story. So I shut up and I say nothing publicly, Terrio said. I've never said anything about Justice League since then, but the movie doesn't represent my work. Removing my name would have created a whole wave of negative publicity that I think would have made the situation even worse for the actors and for all the craftspeople who worked hard on it, for all the kinds of people. But I'm awfully happy that Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League is the one that is higher up on my IMDb page.
Of course.
I didn't like you before, Chris Terrio, and now...
Dude just gotta insert himself, just, he saw that sweet pie and he's like, yo, I gotta make sure my name's in. I'm going to jump on and say, hey, I didn't like Joss either, guys. Remember? Which is, like this, so you waited 4 years, but whatever, man. Sure. It wasn't you either. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. This whole, like, every time we talk about the Snyder Cut or Justice League in general, it's always controversial. Now, I mean, earlier in the week, Ray Fisher was opening his mouth again, complaining about Joss Whedon and saying how he treated Gal Gadot this way and all this. And it's, look, dude, everything about that movie, it's done. We saw it. It came. It went. Fans love it. Some fans hate it. Good for the people that wanted it. Good for the people that liked it. That's it. No more of this trying to guilt people or trying to make it like Chris Terrio. Oh, I called my lawyer to have my name removed. Yes, it was that traumatic of an experience. Motherfucker, you should call to have your name taken off The Rise of Skywalker. That movie sucks more. I'm so tired of these people that make all the geek entertainment go, I wanted my name taken off because it's so terrible. You've made bigger atrocities. BVS, all the other shit that you worked on outside of Argo that I've seen has sucked. So Chris Terrio should have had your name removed from those too.
But of course he didn't, right? So and again, don't get me wrong. If someone's being terrible or treating people poorly, particularly in the film industry, obviously we want them to be held accountable. But to use it conveniently when the Snyder Cut comes out, it's just ridiculous. All of a sudden, all these writers and all these journalists and all these other outlets that supposedly are so unconventional and not afraid to use their voice are sure as shit quiet early on, but when it becomes easy, when it becomes useful, when it becomes a tool to further a movie that just came out. Oh man, all of a sudden, I wanted my name taken off, and I didn't say anything when it released because it was just negative publicity. It would have been a scandal. The subtle brag that he thinks him wanting his name off of Justice League would have been a scandal speaks volumes to what this dude thinks of himself.
Right.
Which is beyond hilarious. Like, oh, it would have been an internet. They would have had to change everything. Posters, da da da. You think they would have done that for you? You are so certain of that you would have got your lawyers to paid a lot of fucking money to get your name off the film before it was released, and you expect me to believe that shit? I have a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you, bitch. Take that somewhere else. And then since you were quiet up, you were so concerned about how he was treating Gal Gadot. One, if you were as much of a man as you think you are, you would have said something then. Two, you didn't want to hurt the release. It was released 4 years ago. So what you've been waiting to do the last 4 years. And three, again, conveniently after the Snyder Cut and all this praise and all this bullshit about how great it is, now you want to tell us that you took your name off of it? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, here's the attention you wanted, Chris Terrio.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm so happy that he got to speak his truth right now.
Yeah, man. Speaking your truth when it's convenient makes it far less impressive, bucko. I can tell you that right now. It's doing it when it's hard, when it's the perfect time for it. That's commendable, but you doing it from the safety of your loft in Johannesburg, doesn't mean shit to me. And it really shouldn't mean to anyone else because it's just you posturing. It's like a dude, like this, the gusto to think that you doing this would have been an international scandal. God, you really want to be the famous dude, don't you? Holy shit.
Well, he had his moment. He's all dried up.
Shoot. Screw that dude.
Now, there's another one that I wanted to talk about in terms of superhero content. Black Widow, they're trying to say that it's expected to triple its box office due to delays. Now,
Okay.
I think this sounds like corporate double talk, hoping people are going to all of a sudden be comfortable. This is kind of like one of those things like, hey, folks, it's going to make so much money. You got to be there. This doesn't come off as like a natural, organic thing because, maybe I'm this bigot, crazy person. So maybe I should just, jump off the bridge or whatever. But like when I see Black Widow, I don't go, or when I'm thinking about things I need to do as the world opens up, Black Widow is not number one on my list. I didn't go, I didn't hear, oh, things are going to open up in April. Black Widow time. I don't think Black Widow is on everyone's mind as much as Disney would like to promote it. There are other films that people are currently talking about. There are other things people are talking about doing, like, I don't know, going outside. So when I see this article, look, I get it. It's PR, it's spin. You want to build this up. I still say this movie's too little too late. I'm interested. I'm going to go see it personally because I like most of the MCU flicks. I don't think this is going to work because it's too late for her character. The inconsequential nature of Black Widow. I mean, she's dead. We saw the movie. Well, she's not dead anymore. Well, we'll talk about that later too. But do you think this movie is going to make $170 million opening weekend because of all the delays? Do you think that's a valid reason?
No, I mean it's gonna do well, but it's not gonna. It's just obviously they're doing this because right now they're trying to stay more relevant than Justice League. I understand all of that. It's just weird because you're Marvel, you had Avengers. DC is trying to copy that and have their Avengers moment in your face, and here you are trying to promote Black Widow as if it is Avengers. It's like it's not. It's gonna be successful, but it's not gonna be this giant blockbuster record-setting success, and it's just weird watching them try and make it this phenomenon. It's like, guys, yeah, I want to see the Black Widow movie, but I'm not as excited as I was for Avengers. So just cool it.
Yeah, it was a once in a lifetime thing.
Oh.
WWE knows all about that.
Right.
Shit, thrice in a lifetime.
Terrio must have had a brain fart during the rise of Skywalker.
Shoot,
Actually, had more than that.
That's an aneurysm. So you guys aren't following Winter Soldier Falcon, correct? You guys aren't following that show?
I'm fine. We're gonna binge it this weekend.
Oh, okay. I think you'll like it. I think it's a good show. I hear people talking about how it's shit the bed. I don't think it's shit the bed, and I really don't think it's bad yet. If it gets bad, that sucks. But as of now, I've liked everything. Zemo's fun. This is so much better than WandaVision. WandaVision, Captain Marvel, and Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man Far From Home. Those that era of Marvel stuff, I didn't like any of it. This is the first time I'm watching something that I'm into, which is nice because nobody wants to watch stuff that sucks.
Right, obviously. That'd be preferred if it weren't that way. But yeah, man, it's just weird. This is what you should have gave effort in over Captain Marvel. So them backtracking that is incredibly weird. It's weird. Why? I don't know, man. Clearly the time to push Black Widow would have been right before Endgame, not Captain Marvel, just because you needed a MacGuffin. So it just comes off as so disingenuous. This could have been a natural build, natural excitement, but now it's just this weird manufactured, hey, this is what we meant to do. No, it's not what you meant to do. You made the wrong decision, and now you're kind of paying for it just because you want to compete with the Snyder Cut.
Now, do me a favor when you binge it this weekend. Let me know what you think of the bank loan scene, because I'm seeing a lot of people talk about it,
right.
And I didn't take it away, I didn't take the scene the same way a lot of people did. There's a lot of talk about him being denied a bank loan because of his skin color, and I didn't really pick up the racism of that scene like some people are saying. It was he's like, I'm on your side, you're a hero, and all this other shit. It was kind of like a shitty situation that played on, is it racism? No, it's not racism. So it's kind of one of those weird meta situations. Do me a favor and just tell me about that scene.
I will. I'll keep you posted.
Because I think a lot of people want the show to die on that, but I don't think it's that show yet.
Right.
We got to watch it all. If it is, believe me, I'll be the first one to be like, motherfucker, you ruined this one too. But not yet. So Black Widow, yeah, good for Black Widow. I wish Scarlett Johansson wasn't, I wish her character didn't die. But if you watch the Loki trailer, I'm pretty sure that's her in it.
I like it.
I like her too.
Mm-hmm.
So Warner recently has confirmed plans that traditional theaters are returning in 2022. Are you guys so excited?
I mean,
it'd be nice
to see Black Widow.
I know, right? I can't wait to give Disney all the monies of zero.
Yeah,
I'll be out of town for Loudy's wedding during that movie. I'm not worried. If I see it, I see it. When I get back, then I'll watch it. Who knows? Maybe I'll see it with you guys. Whatever.
Yeah, I like the way you.
I mean, we could.
Yeah. So, if everything goes back in 2022, do you think that HBO Max will take a huge loss? Because how many people signed up for the day one theater and day one streaming?
Yeah, I think it does take a huge loss. I mean, it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be as drastic as when HBO lost after the season finale of Game of Thrones, but it's going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty drastic. I think we're going to be. Grab another beer. It's definitely going to be sharp. It's going to be noticeable too, because it's like, hey, I'm not paying $15 a month when I can see shit in theaters now and only spend $20. So it's I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah. I don't think it'll take a humongous loss just because of all the stuff that's still available on HBO Max, like all their old shit and everything like that. But I don't think they're going to get as many hits because there's going to be a lot of people that may not have been like regular theater goers that will go back to the theaters as soon as they're all open again just to have something to fucking do that's different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just want them to make better movies because Warner Brothers has disappointed me. And if Mortal Kombat sucks, I'm going to be heartbroken.
It is interesting. And everybody is they're very much hinging on this early spring release, because this is going to make a break, especially with this mass exodus back into theaters. But yeah, man, if we see some early losses, there's the fallout's going to be pretty significant, man. It's very interesting seeing the corner that so many studios have put themselves in.
Yeah, I think it was just a stupid preemptive move.
Yeah,
and I want to know how much money Disney lost over the pandemic and what they're going to do to fix it. I hope nothing.
Well,
I mean, they'll shove some bullshit out quickly just to get asses in seats.
Well, they always do.
That didn't make any sense to me. Like they're like, oh, well, all these movies instead of come out in theaters, we're just going to put them on these streaming services that you can get. It's like I get that they're like trying to mitigate the loss that they would take if they never released it in theaters, but at the same time, it's like, did they think that that theaters would just never open ever again? Because that's just asinine if that was their thought. It's like it's never going to be like that. So you can sit on that movie. Yeah, you're not getting the return on investment right now, but I mean, how often do movies get made and they sit in can for a couple of years before they finally get released?
Yeah, I don't think that they thought that theaters were never going to come back. I just think that they were just in such a knee-jerk reaction mode that they thought an additional $20, $30, $40 to an already subscribed customer was a good idea. You know, I think everyone was hopeful that theaters would be back, but you know, I think their rush to have a response clouded the legitimacy of that response. So instead of saying, hey, you know, let's just release it on the services, maybe lower the price for first-time members to spike up some memberships. They're like, no, we'll have people who are already spending $9, $10, $11, $12 pay an additional $30 to watch this one thing once. You know what I mean? So you're not wrong, just deviate a little bit to the right, because there's definitely, like I said, no way that they believed theaters were going to be over forever.
I just think last year everyone was just running around with their head cut off like a chicken. Like, oh my God, the sky is falling. What are we going to do? And now this is what we're going to do. Everything's going to be fine. Like movie theaters, yeah, you're going to have some stupid changes in the beginning, but people will go. People will watch it. Big budget movies will get made. They'll suck still. They'll still be good ones. And I'm happy to be able to say this. Like, should I go back to normal? Because I like the way things used to be. Sitting around just sucks. Luckily, we can do the show as normal, but I mean, how many times would we have hung out if everything didn't shut down?
For sure.
A lot.
You
so
know,
fucking ready.
Yeah, and listen, I think a lot of those reactions were warranted because it was a crazy fucking time. But you know, it just, you would think that they're, and again, I think that goes back to what we were saying when this all started. Like, just to see how many of them weren't prepared is it's even funnier now because now everyone's trying to get back. You know, so it's I don't know. It's been an interesting ride. That's for damn sure for theaters and these studios.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of interesting, aka whatever, I can't believe it's been a fucking hour into this show. This feels like a long show already. It's only been an hour and 12 minutes. Can you believe that?
That's pretty nutty.
Yeah, I'm just like, shit. A lot of topics to cover tonight. So let's get caught up with the audience real quick, and we'll jump right back in. So Jada Becca says, I've wanted to say this for weeks, but every time I hear a car audibly go by, I say family. Go on a horse riding date with mannequin, Mr. Green. LOL.
Damn.
We have conditioned the audience, man. Just anytime they hear a car, family. Yeah. Family. Love it.
Yeah. I want every time someone hears a car, they I like that one. That's the one that broke Comics Division on the High Council this week. I'm happy that people like the Jam-Ram button so much.
That's awesome.
It's a great button.
It is. When we get to our last topic of the night, when we talk about WrestleMania, I got a wrestling button, so I'm excited.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, let's see. Back to the audience. Jada Baca says, also, what are your all's opinions on Psycho Sid? I asked because he's always been my favorite since our old neighborhood backyard wrestling group 20 years ago. Ooh, this is a fun one. What do you guys think about Psycho Sid?
I love him, and I love how terrible he was. But at the same time, no.
It was like a love-hate thing. Like, when he was on, he was great, but other times it was just like, what the fuck's he doing? I mean, I will say this, though. He may be half the man that I am, but I've got half the brain that he does.
Oh, I'm trying to pull up one of his fucking clips. But I don't know.
No, that's Lex Luger.
That's Lex Luger when he was at the Slam versus or whatever it was.
Super Brawl Saturday? What is that? I don't know. And your t-shirts are too tight, Billy.
No, you're thinking of good old Sid, where it's like, Sid tonight is facing the champion. Yeah, sorry. Let's do it again. Sorry.
We're live.
I found it. Hold on, I'll play it real quick. It's only like 8 seconds long. This is This is for you, Jada Baca. Since you asked what's our take, we'll give you our take in just a second. So here you go, folks. Let's have fun at Psycho Sid's expense. Where's the fucking full screen? There we go. Wait. Oh, shit. There we go.
He belongs on that list, too.
Yeah.
That perhaps you can't take it, that you can't take the punishment that Diesel will give you tonight. How do you address those skeptics?
Well, the skeptics and all the people have a little bit of. Let me just get.
Oh, it's live, pal.
Sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, my God.
That's Psycho Sid in a nutshell. That and his randomly just fucking flaking out to go play softball and, not show up to events.
Yeah. Why would you go play softball instead of going to fucking WrestleMania?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe the t-shirt.
He's just a weird dude. He's just a weird dude.
Oh,
He is a weird dude.
Yeah,
He is.
Lovable, but still weird.
Yeah.
I can't believe he was world champion.
That is.
He had the look.
I was just gonna say he had the look, dude. That's pretty much it.
Remember, this is the guy that would rather quit than actually submit to a drug test.
Didn't he get stabbed by Arn Anderson?
Yes, because
they got into a fight.
They got into a fight, and him and Arn took turns stabbing each other with scissors, and Arn almost died.
Yes, that's the most fucking wrestling thing ever. God, this sport is weird. I love it.
Yeah,
I won't show the him breaking his leg.
You need to show him breaking his leg.
yeah.
No, because I think you'll get a flagged thing on YouTube, so I don't want to risk it. But
Dude, the best part about that whole thing is Psychos. Anybody that's ever watched wrestling for more than 10 minutes back then knew that Sid was not a come off the turnbuckle type of wrestler. He was just a brawler, power moves, big man type of wrestler. But for whatever reason, they wanted him to fucking go up on the turnbuckle. He got up on Brett's rope and he goes to do the fucking flying big boot thing. Lands, snaps his leg like a fucking twig. And not only is he laying there completely down and in pain, Scott Steiner because there's our boy Scott Steiner again, the gamer that he was, is like, we have to finish this match. He doesn't just pin him just to get it over with. He pins him and hooks the leg for effect. It's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Listen,
Scott Steiner,
consummate professional, baby. And plus, and I want to say, because he specifically said no. He didn't want to do it. He's like, I'm going to get hurt. And fucking Bischoff, no, you're going to be fine, kid. You'll be fine, kid. And sure enough, dude, for a dude who had the look, we're talking about arguably the most unathletic big man in the history of the fucking business.
Yeah.
Dude comes down on one leg. Name one motherfucker you know that jumps being that heavy to one fucking leg. And goddamn, sure enough, my man Psycho Sid found a way.
Yeah, he didn't even just bend at the knee as he came down to absorb it. He straight legged that thing, and that's why that leg just went snap.
Every time they said, "Well, he played football," I'm like, "Are you sure? Was he there? Did he suit up, or was he a manager? Because we need to straighten this shit out real fucking quick, there, Dusty."
There we go. There's the foot. Fuck it,
dude.
Yep.
Ankles don't bend that way.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that's not even the ankle. That's high up on his leg. That's the fucking...
dude. That was fibula and tibia.
Yeah, that shit was in a place where like normally people subconsciously know not to put all their weight on, but goddamn, the Psycho Sid, the athletic freak that motherfucker was, found a way, and he's got big ass boots on. So even his boots were like, "Nope, ain't shit we can do here, player. Your leg broke."
Yep. And I think that was the end of his wrestling career too. I don't think he wrestled anymore after that. I think he was.
I think you're right. I think that was his last match.
I think he was pretty much done.
Yeah, for Legends Night or whatever it was, where they got to beat up on Heath Slater. I think that was the next time he wrestled.
Yeah.
Doug Keller says, Jeff, how would you feel about a Lord and Miller Beverly Hills Cop movie? I'd like it because they did a great job with 21 Jump Street.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite movies. That's one of my favorite comedies of the 21st century. So, yeah, those guys have not disappointed me enough that I would have any issues with that. Actually, I really like that idea, Doug.
Mine's Happy Gilmore.
It is the greatest movie of the 21st century. I mean, I feel honored that this show gave that film that moniker. Thank you, Phil.
Yep. Thank you, Phil. You've done it again, my man.
Jay DeBaca wanted to clarify, says, I was Psycho Sid in our wrestling group.
Yes. Please tell me you guys reenacted the injury too.
Yeah. Did you flake out to go play softball?
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. You'll be fine, kid.
Here, I'm going to reenact the leg. It was just like that.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of
still on
floppage where it
YouTube.
shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
guys
you can go look
find
it
the
up.
video.
I dropped
It
the
is
link in
fun.
the chat for anyone that wants to watch it.
Yes. Oh, so goddamn ridiculous. From the second rope. Ow.
So we're going to move on. By the way, folks, we changed the goal one more, actually, because if we move one more book, guys, we'll pass the 45K mark. So that'll be a big thing for tonight, and it'll get us closer to the damn audio drama. We should record it and just like leak a little bit of it out. And then if it only gets made for us, it's just for us. Yeah, Tony Schiavone agrees too.
Yeah. Good for you, Siobhan.
Joseph Bienowich says, Dion's Nightmare, a female centaur with Sigourney Weaver's upper half and Buffalo Jeff's voice.
Dude, don't even. Fuck you for that.
You've ruined his year. Good job.
I have good news for you, Dion.
I don't feel like it.
Hercules: The Legendary Journeys is available to stream.
My man, we gotta get drunk and watch it for old time's sake. Gotta introduce that woman to the Legendary Journeys.
Damn right. That is the best 90s show maybe ever. I love it.
It is so fucking 90s. It is a pure time capsule of greatness. Thank you, Kevin Sorbo, even though you're a crazy person.
Runs with Phantoms has a question for you, Jesse. Jeff, can you ask Jessie for me if she's ever had potent Jewish moonshine before and if she knows what the heck and what it was made from?
I can't say that I have. I cannot honestly say that I have. So, I'm sorry.
I can't imagine like a rabbi blessing a still out in the middle of nowhere.
Man, that'd be pretty awesome.
It would be.
Kosher moonshine.
I mean, why not? They have kosher almost everything else.
Yeah.
Now, this is a great question from our friend Rob Brandt, who asked, what were our thoughts on the Batman The Long Halloween trailer? Now, I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch it. I did.
Had not. I saw that. I put it on my watch later.
I'm going to pull up the picture from it because I think, based on the trailer, Rob, this looks like one of the neatest DC animated features in a while. I'm really digging the art style. I love the thick black line art because normally everything looks like a fucking anime where it's got the thin lines and the digital coloring to make it pop. But there's a lot of heavy blacks, a lot of dark shadows, good contrast in this. So this is cool. When you watch this trailer, it moves fairly fluidly. I mean, it's whatever this budget is, but I like seeing animation that doesn't look like anime. It looks like a comic book come to life. You could switch the angles of this and it would look, or you could just put word balloons and it looks just like a comic book. So I hope DC invests more into this technology to where we can essentially get an animated version of whatever comic book and it looks just like that comic book in motion. So if you wanted to say adapt a John Byrne Superman story or an old Neil Adams Batman, it will look just like Neil Adams drew it with the thick lines here and this and that. Like, I hope that's what DC's working towards, because if they can do that and they keep their shit streaming like they do now, Marvel's going to have so much trouble keeping up on that front, because anytime they try to respond with an animated project across the board, it sucks. DC is the only company that can consistently produce good animated features.
Well, even when Marvel does good ones, the few and far between, they go in a different direction instead of just going with what worked, you know, and DC has the best track record of not throwing the fucking rod in their bike spokes when they're ahead, you know, and it's refreshing, man, because, you know, outside of a couple ones that didn't look great, the vast majority of DC stuff is just phenomenal.
I've had a lot of fun with it, man.
I mean, you know, off the top of my head, the only one I can think of is Batman versus Ninja Turtles. That one just looked a little weird, but other than that, the rest of them looked fantastic.
Now, I had a question. The Elvira thing that I had sent was for Nick. Should I share it or wait for next week?
Ooh, from next week. I want to see his response. I want to see his response.
Then that's for next week, then, folks. It can wait. It's worth it though. Trust me, it's worth it.
Next week on World Class Bullshitters, what
Yeah.
is Nick gonna do, and how hard does he get?
I don't know, Dion. I don't think you're the one that's going to be making those jokes.
Very true. Very true. You ain't lying, motherfucker.
Let's see. So Drew Nitpicker says, "Where'd you guys get your Mayfexes from?" Tell Jess thanks. So Drew Nitpicker says, "Thanks, Jesse."
No problem.
Drew Nitpicker, I buy my Mayfex figures from Big Bad Toy Store or Ami Ami in Japan. Traditionally, I would go to Ami Ami because you pay much less. But with some of the quality control issues I've had, if I buy them from Big Bad Toy Store, I can just return them and get another figure instead of trying to go back and deal with a Japanese distributor. So that's how I operate. Dion, do you have any Mayfex figures? And if so, how do you buy them?
Yeah, my Mayfex, I've got a couple of them, and I get mine from Big Bad Toy Stores actually too. I've heard about that through Jeff, so that's my biggest, my most reliable source of getting my Mayfex stuff. And even then, my only other way is getting it in person. So I'll get them specifically from comic book stores. Obviously, Jeff was there when I bought. I think he's been there through a lot of my purchases. Obviously, is in person. So because outside of Big Bad Toy Store, the only other people that supply Mayfex stuff that I trust are the actual comic book stores.
Yeah. Folks, if you're going to buy anything from a Japanese import company, I recommend you pay the slight upcharge to get the American company to provide it to you, just so they can take care of your returns, because trust me, it's so much easier. And some of these things are a little fragile. My Cyclops laser blast, I breathed on it and it just fucking broke. So 007 Cloud says, "Sweet butthole of mine." Butthole City. If I was a singer, I would start singing these songs. But wait,
God damn it.
Sweet butthole mine.
I'm so sick of you.
Sweet love of
now
mine.
You get closer. Now you sound closer. I don't know what you were doing.
Dion, I can't get much closer than I am.
I'm in the woofer.
I don't want you to be.
Family, thanks.
Adam Cole, baby, driving by your fucking house, trying to fuck up our
He's
show.
not a nice guy. Drew Nitpicker says, "I don't know where that Batman came from. I was express shipped from Japan, so I don't know. I'm still waiting on my Superman, and it's still on its way." Dion, what dark side are you using? I'm looking for one.
I got the Mezco 112 Dark Side.
Oh, you bought that?
Yeah, I did.
The Polystone one?
Yes, it is, man. And even that, a lot of people, which I kind of disagree with, actually aren't a big fan of the quote unquote the skirt, but the mother box actually feels like metal. His foot gauntlets are fantastic, and obviously you get one of the faces is him shooting the Omega beam. So that's the one I suggest. You're gonna pay a little bit extra for that, yes, but it's a beautiful figure, dude. And obviously the size of the cape are magnetic. They do a lot of magnetic shit with this figure. So That's what I would suggest, sir.
I can't wait to come over and check it out. I'm a little jealous.
Dude, I literally, as we were talking, because I was trying to, like I said, I was trying to decide between, I ended up obviously going with my Mayfex Dark Knight Rises Batman. And I'm so happy with this right now. They got their own shelf. They fight in Darkseid. God damn, buddy.
Send me a picture later, dude.
I will.
So there you go, Drew Nitpicker. We need a sponsorship deal with a toy company.
Oh, seriously?
Toy line. What up, Pop Culture Minefield? How you doing, man? We need all of these things. So, folks, see, I'm very happy for Ethan that he has Cyber Frog figures, because I'm like, dude, that's it. That's the dream. The action figure. Todd McFarlane had Spawn, and then he had a million Spawn figures. I think. Did you get that Kickstarter Spawn figure, Dion?
I was going to, but I didn't. I should have pulled the trigger on that.
I don't have anything but nice things to say about Todd McFarlane as a creator, a businessman. I just don't like your articulation on your toys. I get it. You don't like articulation, dude. That's kind of why I buy toys, though. If they don't move, I ain't buying them.
I just want a Spawn figure that bends at the fucking elbows and the knees, please.
Our buddy Dixon Sider says, "I'm going back for it now. For repayment, make Dion open his gift live." Oh, he's going to back it now. Dixon Sider back to the comic. Thank you, Dixon Sider.
Awesome.
Now, Dion,
backing it, we'll open it up and that'll be your little reward. Is we'll open it up and film my reaction.
Yeah, it's going to be funny to watch a man's spirit break on air.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That makes me so
All
excited.
around me are familiar faces.
Jesus.
Space Monkey 0899 says, if you're looking for a TV and can't find it on streaming or torrent, try eBay. I just found an entire series really cheap here. Or really cheap there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kendo, what's the
DVDs
most recent
super
box
cheap.
set you bought?
Most recent box set I bought. Fuck, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I haven't bought anything in a really long time, DVD or movie wise. I couldn't tell you.
Diod?
When I got the as your mid puff, I got the Godzilla Toho collection. That was the last box set that I got. I'm thinking about getting the Sidney Poitier, Richard Pryor comedy collection. I think I'm just gonna pull the trigger on that. But yeah, my Godzilla, ironically enough.
When did you become such a classy bitch?
Listen, man, hanging out with my peeps, I'm in my 30s and I got to step my game up. I got to have a reputation. I got the thick white woman, but I got to get the toys to go with it. You know what I'm saying? So we on the ascension, man. Me and you, we's on the ascension.
I agree. I got to say, though, you and I are both lucky. We have significant others that support the collecting hobby.
Well, look at our significant others. They're both nerds of damn self.
That's true.
Mine, along with me, loves fucking musicals and shit. And she was, she's a Harry Potter girl. Yours is in fencing.
She likes Harry Potter too,
and she's a Harry Potter fan. And she sad for her to be a Philly fan, but you gotta find them good thick nerds. They put up with your shit, and they'll take part too. So that's Uncle Dion and Uncle Jeff's relationship advice for the night.
Dude, last night Jesse and I had a long, in-depth discussion on wrestling, and I was like, "How long have you been watching this shit?" And she's like, "A year." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I introduced you to it." The shit she says about Roman Reigns and Vince McMahon, I'm just like, "What the fuck? How did you figure this out?"
It's been going on for a long time.
Like that. That is hilarious. How long you been watching, girl? About a year. Oh yeah.
Oh man. Yes, thick is healthy. We definitely agree. So, Doug Keller says, is Stealing Solo similar to the Scorsese film The King of Comedy, which is a great movie, by the way? Let me make sure I'm going to read it quick.
I would say it's probably closer to Suicide Kings with Christopher Walken.
In my mind, it's similar to Ruthless People.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Let's see. The King of Comedy. What's it about? Focus on the theme of Sunday worship. I have to check it out. I mean, I've never seen it, and it was not the inspiration because I've only seen a handful of Scorsese flicks. But I want to watch this. I have to check it out. What is the list, Jesse?
Cool. Sounds good.
Runs with Phantom says, Theory's tears are better than Kevin Smith's tears. Star Wars Theory's tears, you mean? Yeah, well, at least... Okay, I've never seen Star Wars Theory cry outside of the Luke Skywalker thing. That, like Spider-Man says, everybody gets one. But I've seen Kevin Smith cry over a cheeseburger or a lack thereof. So, yes, I'll give Star Wars Theory the thumbs up. Your tears are more justified than Kevin Smith's. Adam Walford says, hey, I suggested a watch party for Hell's Reach, a Warhammer 40k film here on YouTube, but it must have been a drunken watch. But it must be a drunken watch, so I will also send the audiobook to you, Jeff and crew. All right, Adam, we can do that. Piece of paper. Okay, pen. I'm just taking a note because I keep shit around. Let's see. Drunk watch schedule. Okay, so we're going to start. Are you guys still available next week for Mortal Kombat like we had talked about?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything on the week of the 16th.
All right, cool. So then I guess next Saturday, because we had all figured that was the original time, Mortal Kombat, folks, we're going to do a double drunk watch party. We're going to watch the new one, and then we're going to watch the old one. Because I don't, I want to watch the new one fresh and not be, blown away by the other one and being, disappointed the entire time. So we'll drink. That'll be available here on YouTube for fun. We can, anybody can watch the movie along at home, but we'll give you guys the exact time over social media. It'll be next Saturday. So there we go. Scribby Steak says, "Sup, bullshitters? Jeffs, thanks for the very inspiring high counsel. I've managed to get a lot more work done on some writing projects since then." Scribby Steak, thank you for everything you do for us. And like I tell you, folks, just keep working towards your stuff. It'll happen. One more, and then we'll jump back into the show. Rocky, the Intergalactic Woke Slate, says, "Speaking of Sony, did you know that Sony is getting their own theme park?" Did you guys hear about this one?
I thought that was still a rumor. I didn't know it was confirmed.
I read an article about it. I'm going to pull it up because it's interesting. So, where do you think a prime location to open a Sony theme park is?
Utah.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Oddly specific, and it's only going to be open for, 4 months out of the year?
Yep. My guess is Florida. Try to jump in on that theme park thing. Watch them put it in like Jacksonville or some shit, which would be hilarious.
Texas.
But yeah, in Texas, yeah. I mean, I would 100%. My first bet is Florida.
So, Columbia Pictures to open Aquaverse theme park with rides inspired by Ghostbusters, Jumanji, and more in Thailand.
Not where I was thinking, but okay.
What?
Located in Thailand's seaside town of Bang Sarai, the upcoming tourist spot has been titled Columbia Pictures Aquaverse. It's expected to open up. Okay, can't speak. Sorry. It's expected to open this October. COVID be damned. Aquaverse isn't being built from the ground up. Instead, an existing amusement park is being retrofitted with IPs from Sony-owned Columbia Pictures. Sony is only licensing its brands, which have inspired attractions in other theme parks, such as Universal Studios in Orlando and Motion Gate in Dubai. So yeah, Thailand. When are we going?
Let's book it.
Never.
Yeah, I like your idea, Kendo. Never. I need water. Hold on.
It's definitely Thailand is definitely not on my list of places I would like to go.
If I still hung out with Joel regularly, yes, it would be.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Oh, also, when I was reading the article about this Aquaverse, I have really good news, guys. Fast and the Furious 9 has been approved for a release in China. Isn't that awesome?
Oh my God. I'm so glad it's another win for the good guys.
Well, Universal's Fast and Furious 9 has passed Chinese censorship to receive official approval for release. The company has announced on Wednesday.
That is
awesome. In 2021, we finally get the approval. It's gonna be a big year.
All that bullshit talk about human rights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So glad to support Mulan. I said no one ever.
It's
no one
the
ever.
Phoenix from the ashes. Even though remember we had Mushu in this, we don't either.
No, we don't. We really, really, really don't. So, what do you guys think about Star Trek overall?
I love Star Trek. Obviously the Beyond was not good. I think In the Darkness is underrated, and obviously Shatner's the man. Even though the Next Generation is boring as shit, I do like that. Deep Space Nine, Captain Sisko is the most underrated captain. Voyager was fun. I got to watch The Rock kick 7 of 9's ass.
Good.
And I'm a huge Enterprise fan. Captain Archer is my second favorite captain, so I'm a big Star Trek guy.
How do you feel about Captain Janeway overall? I'm sorry if you just said something.
No, I like Janeway. Janeway's good. Voyager is I like that show a lot. And it was cool to actually see a happy ending when they get back to Earth and she's actually in some of the movies. And
did she go to Thailand?
Apparently, they would have explained that haircut.
I have good news for you, Dion. Captain Janeway's coming back in a cartoon.
Oh Lord!
Look, Star Trek Prodigy on Nickelodeon.
It's like Tom Holland.
It kind of does look like Tom Holland.
Oh man. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where the market's at, guys, because Discovery was such a success.
Yeah. There's nothing from Star Trek that's going to get me excited shy of Quentin Tarantino's film.
Right.
I sat through the reboot. I like the 2009 movie just fine. Beyond's the one I fucking can't stand. But overall, Star Trek is in a weird limbo, and I don't want to support it anymore.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't say that, but I love 2009. I thoroughly enjoy, like I said, In the Darkness Beyond was Fast and Furious in space, which apparently they're going to get a chance to renege on that one. But yeah, it is weird that to see the Star Treks in a position again where it's trying to be relevant, and obviously, apparently they think Nickelodeon is the place to go. And then obviously, Star Trek Discovery being such a highly promoted piece of garbage, and then Picard not doing all that well. They need a win, and I don't see this being it.
I don't either. I like how we have it. It says "thick is healthy" on screen, but it's a picture of Captain Janeway. That's no longer accurate.
I mean, there she is in the show. She had some moments, man.
Scotty beat my pants off. Okay, Dion? Since you're good at this shit, come up with some weird, sexy Star Trek phrases.
Come beam these juices, or ooh, red alert, there's an emergency in my pants.
There you go.
Hey Jim, would you like to perform a surgery?
Set phasers to pleasurable.
I love that one more.
I've never even watched Star Trek.
Hey, set phasers to nut.
I would put that on a t-shirt.
Set phasers to come.
Yeah.
How about, hey, red shirt, there's no time like the present.
You won't die.
Yeah, that's more of a Weinstein response, but no, I think
Look, you're not saying it.
Hey, number two, come over here and sit on my number one.
Ooh.
I bet. Scotty beat my butthole. There we go. Thank you. Keep full circle. Oh, so let's get caught up with the audience. So our friend Adam Wofford says, so I found you guys when the whole channel Awesome Dumpster Fire was burning down. Also, Jeff, can you put the email in the chat so I can send you another audiobook? I think I forgot it. Sure. Adam, let me put that in there right now. Our email is... Endo, what is it?
worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.com.
Boom. There we go. That's in the chat for you right now, Adam Wofford. Rocky, the Rocky, the intergalactic woke slate says, FYI, you misspelled Indiegogo as Digogo in the description below. Well, thank you for telling me. So I printed it as Digogo. That's my new comic book series.
Is he one of the 5 best rappers of all time?
Yeah. Digogo.
It's a ghost, man.
No, I spit hot fire because I'm Digogo.
That's going on a t-shirt. I like that.
I'm Digogo. Oh, there we go. Digogo right there. I fixed it. Thank you though, Rocky. Our friend Neon Red Ninja says, friendly reminder that sailing the high seas is legal in Norway. Screw all the streaming services. Viking women are an added bonus to move here. You guys want to start fresh and just go to Norway?
Hey, you had me at Viking.
Always okay with that.
I mean, it'll be fun. Oh, I just got a picture from Dion of his shelf. All right, so it's pretty baller the way you got Darkseid just, chilling with his hands behind his back, shooting the Omega beams at fucking Superman. Oh, that's cool.
I'm loving it. I gotta fine tweak bats and soups, but initial look, I'm digging it.
I'm glad we both have that Batman figure.
Oh yeah, I love it. Well, the reason I got it because you told me that it was being released. I wouldn't have fucking even noticed it. So that's I love that fucking figure.
I got it for $30. That was the deal I got. I can't believe I got a Mafex figure for $30. Oh yeah, Drew Nitpicker. I have Batman from The Dark Knight Returns or Dark Knight Rises from Mafex as well. So that's another figure I don't talk about. So I just left it at home. Now I got a question for you guys. Since it's just since Digogo is now our thing. Of these locations, which I'm about to show on screen, which would you rather visit and why? Would you rather visit Assworld, Titloans, Hell, or Dimart?
I'm gonna pick Hell because I feel like that's the closest I'm gonna get to an actual action movie setting. And while I wouldn't get loaned any tits or get to go to Ass World, I feel like that's more of a Wild West situation. And Hell is gonna be more like, hey, this might be a crazy action movie level experience where you got to fight your way out and you'll come out looking cool. Whereas Ass World means you could have the longest midnight of your life.
I think I'm gonna get me some tit loans. You know, be like, do I get to select which ones that get to come with me? Because that could be a lot of fun. But like Dion said, Ass World could go one or two ways. There could be a really great way that it could go, or it could be really, really bad.
Well, I'm ready to try all those places. But if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to go Die Mart. No, I'm going to go to Ass World because I want to see what they sell at Ass World.
Well, what if Die Mart's actually D Mart and it's a German place?
That's why I didn't go there, because I do speak German a little bit. And yes, it'd be nice to go to the Mart, but maybe I really want to go to Ass World.
Yeah, but there could be some crazy shit that happens in the German Mart.
That's true. I'm kind of afraid.
There could be loads of beer and Shiza films and all that stuff. The stuff that you hear about.
The stuff dreams are made of, Kendo?
Sure. It could be like Euro Trip when they went to Amsterdam.
Ah, Berlin. Nie wieder Berlin. I love that movie so much. I wish Nick was here because he loves that movie too. Damn it, Nick. Your love of middle-aged white women has torn this show apart for the last time.
Yeah. Such a wonderful movie.
Apology accepted.
Thanks, and sorry. They all just, they all seem like fun places. So folks in the chat, let us know. Now, I did have one other one that I wanted to pull up before we move into our next segment. And now this, folks, is going to require some thought from everybody. So please take your time when answering this one. You have to lose 3 forever and any future projects from all of these franchises. So if you're at home listening on the audio portion only, the franchises are Star Wars, Harry Potter, James Bond, the MCU, Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, DC, The Fast and the Furious, Indiana Jones, Avatar, Back to the Future, and Jurassic Park. Those are the franchises. You have to lose 3 forever and all the future projects.
This is easy.
So you lose their back catalog too?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, this is simple. So I'll go Avatar, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Done.
Damn,
Dion?
man. Oh my god.
Do you need a minute?
I do need a minute, man.
All right, you take a minute. Jesse, did you have an answer off the top of your head?
Oh, sorry.
Come look at this picture and then answer in a second. I'll answer now. If I'm going to lose 3 forever, I'm going to lose Jurassic Park, Avatar, and Harry. I don't know. This is a hard one. Fuck.
It is hard. It's that third one. The third one's the tough one, dude. Because I got my ones that are for sure I'm never going to give up, even though the future looks bleak. I'm not giving up that.
What's your quick answer?
Fast and the Furious, Back to the Future, and Avatar. Avatar's bullshit. I only just started watching Fast and the Furious movies recently. They mean nothing to me. And sorry, Jeff, I love you, but I have no, I don't have enough of an attachment to it.
Then you made my answer easier, Lord of the Rings. Because I can watch the 8 Harry Potter movies shorter time than I can watch the Lord of the Rings movies.
Or if we're considering like a world that you have to live in too, then I'm going to reconsider. Because then I'm not going to take Back to the Future away from you. That wouldn't be fair.
Well, I can live without Jurassic Park because I didn't see it till I was 23 years old. I don't care. I was 25 when I saw Jurassic Park for the first time. Avatar sucks. Star Trek, bye. No, that was too mean. Dion, did you figure it out?
I did.
The books too, though.
I'm still mulling it over.
You lose orcs. Orcs don't exist anymore. D&D is done. All those nerds.
That's okay for me.
Easily Avatar. That movie is overrated as fuck. I'm gonna go with a surprise one here and say Harry Potter, because as much the future doesn't look like it's really gonna happen for them, but also like if I gotta lose one, those are the memories I'd be okay with giving up. And then the final one, even though I really want to see what's in store for Fast and Furious because it's so goddamn ridiculous. I think I'm gonna have to go with Jurassic Park because outside of the first one, like the rest of them aren't that great, and I want to see the future of Fast and the Furious. And it's tough too, because like as much as I love the first one, like the back catalog isn't as extensive as the other one, so you're giving up less to keep some of the back catalog of the other ones. So if I got one sacrificial lamb, I think I'm gonna go because of the catalog, Jurassic Park.
Catalog, bro. Catalog,
man. It's all about that catalog, dog. Not a lot of thick ladies in Jurassic Park series. You know what I mean?
No. Oh well, Bryce Dallas Howard's a pretty good one though. I mean, there's only one, but if you're gonna have one thick lady in Jurassic Park, at least you got a good one.
Right.
I mean, even though I'm not, the world's biggest redhead fan, I mean, she's cool.
Yeah, buddy. You can administer my park any day.
What does that mean?
You know what it means.
No.
It means Dion's going to get a park, and apparently she's going to run it.
Cool.
Yeah,
Is that where that bridge from Brooklyn goes to?
Yeah, it does. To the land of milk and honey, from the mainland to the island, baby.
The land of milk and honey dicks.
Damn it, Jurassic Park.
If you were a fucking wrestler, that's where you're billed from the land of milk and honey dicks, Dion Green. Fuck parts unknown, dude.
That's right. That ship has sailed.
Oh man, good times.
Mm-hmm.
So, Effet couldn't think of a name. Says Ray, when someone asks if you feel like saying "booyah," you say yes. I actually like that one, dude. That's a nice callback.
619.
Did you guys hear about the Ray Fisher "booyah" thing?
Yeah.
How he refused to say the line and whatever. I'm like, who cares?
We don't want to call back that one show.
The good Teen Titans, bro.
I know, right?
I mean, when there's trouble, you know who to call.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw Go Big Boar Go Home's comment pop up. Tit loans all day.
Yeah.
I would wear a t-shirt that says tit loans all day.
We could make a t-shirt that says tit loans all day.
We're growing. We don't want to overdo it yet. All right. We need to expand at the natural, normal level. We can move one more book and then we're cool. And then we'll sell t-shirts eventually, Kendo. Stephen Kraft says, I hope you didn't actually buy that copy of Santa's Husband and Woke Baby for Buffalo Jeff. There are better ways to spend your money. Anything for a joke. That's the answer.
I mean, if it's funny, it's worth it.
Dude, so many people have joined Patreon for Buffalo Jeff. So, yeah, we read the numbers last week. There were a lot of people and a lot of comments. So, it'll be back. I'm going to record those tomorrow, folks. So, just be on the lookout.
I'm coming for you, Dion.
God, no, you don't say you're coming anywhere.
I didn't say anything, Dion. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, right?
Doug Keller, this is a great recommendation, Kendo. Jeff, since you and Kendo covered the Clerks animated series on Patreon, would you guys be willing to cover Beavis and Butthead as well?
Of course.
Yes. Yeah. As well as the movie, if you'd like. We can, Kendo, one of these weeks we'll sit down and just talk about Beavis and Butthead if you want.
I'm in.
Deal. Doug, thank you very much for the recommendation. Folks, if you're a patron and you like that, thank Doug. Now, Joseph Bienowich says, Buffalo Jeff sings Enter Sandman, November Rain, Civil War, Open Arms, Purple Haze. I'd buy that for $1.
Enter Butthole.
Enter November Butthole.
Butthole Rain.
That's called diarrhea. All I can say is my butthole's really plain. I don't know the rest of the words of that song by Blind Melon. Blind Butthole. What a great...
that guy.
Is he really dead?
Yeah, he's been dead for like 25 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his name was Shannon Hoon.
Pretty cool name, actually.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad name.
Like to thank our friend the Salty Vet who says, Hail WCBS from San Antonio. Well, hail to you, sir. From WCBS headquarters. Adam Walford says, so Sony's theme park is going to be in Thailand, but all we know is why it's in Thailand, right, guys? It's not for the temples. Hint, hint.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a reason.
Weren't we going to Thailand? Is it like is for a joke on the channel?
I don't think that ever came up.
Oh, I could have sworn we were going to Thailand for something. Maybe Nick's. That's where Nick is this week. He's in Thailand, folks.
Yeah. Banging cock.
Hey, no judgment here.
No, I just said that's where he's going. That's where he's at.
Okay. So Sunday, guys, is a very special night. Well, actually, Saturday starts it. Dion.
Yes, sir.
WrestleMania. Are you actually going to watch it this year?
I am. I obviously I did watch night 2 last year, but I think I'm gonna try and watch the whole thing. You know, it's goofy bullshit, but you know, why the hell not?
Endo, are you going to watch it on the cock?
Nope.
Don't
pay
you.
the cock. I'm just gonna listen to all the fallout about how bad it is.
Well, I will be watching it live both nights, so be prepared for a full, very drunk review. Now, the match, I'm really not interested in any match on night 1. You have Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley for the title. Who do you think is going to win?
Drew.
I think Drew wins.
I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley wins. I like Drew McIntyre, but he got the rub last year.
For sure. I mean, I hope Bobby Lashley wins, but I think they're gonna give him the win again.
So we're going to do something fun, folks. Do not click away, because this is something you guys have asked for, and we're finally going to do it. And Dion and Kendo, you don't even know it yet. And no, Dion, it's nothing weird with Buffalo Jeff, so you can unclick. No, this is something you'll like. Yeah. I don't know. So on top of that, what was the other ones? I just want to read this stupid fucked up card. Where'd it go? All right, so we have Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair.
I'm actually kind of excited for that match.
That's actually very well could be a good match.
I like Bianca Belair. She's a good wrestler. I think she's kind of cute. Sasha Banks sucks, so I want to see her get her shit pushed in.
She's so weirdly overrated. It's hilarious.
She's gonna lose. Bianca's gonna win the title.
Raw Tag Team Championship match: New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos.
I think that's gonna be bad because that Omos dude can barely walk.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of bad, I'm gonna go with New Day on that one. Who do you guys got?
New Day. Or you know what? No, I'm taking it back. AJ and Omos gonna win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with AJ and Omos only because when I was still watching this stuff regularly, AJ was one of my favorites. I'm like, this guy can go. So I would want AJ to win. I almost said I want OJ to win. I want him to win too.
He did in your minds.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Jesse, you love AJ Styles. Who do you think is going to win the match?
I don't know if I know enough the stories to know who I think I'm going to go with AJ Styles.
All right. I want AJ Styles to win, but I think the New Day will keep it. Now, here's the most bullshit match of the night. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and Morrison.
Dude, I cannot believe that's a thing that's fucking happening.
What are reasons why I stopped watching WWE for 500, Jeff?
Yeah. I don't blame you at all. So we also have, in terms of WrestleMania, where'd it go? Steel cage match: Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon.
That is what are they punishing Braun Strowman for?
I don't know.
That
Give the guy a
just for Shane to jump off the cage.
Obviously, yeah.
I mean, that's awesome, but I don't give a shit anymore. This is a throwaway match: Cesaro versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
That actually has a potential to be really good too.
It could be, but I just feel like they need to push Cesaro now. Stop fucking around.
Yeah, he should have been world champion by now.
Yep.
And then to close out night 1, a tag team turmoil match: the Riot Squad versus Lana and Naomi versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose versus Natalya and Tamina Snuka. What a bullshit match! It'll take 7 minutes.
Yep. And as much as I'd love Tamina, homegirl ain't exactly a quick-witted one anymore. So that match is probably going to be terrible.
I hope Lana and Naomi win it.
Well, whenever Mandy Rose is on TV, we all win.
True. I wonder what her WrestleMania gear will be. Night 2. Thankfully, this is the last year where WrestleMania is over 2 nights. Night two's match card features a triple threat match for the Universal Championship: Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan versus Edge. Literally the only match I give a shit about. I hope Daniel Bryan pulls it out again.
If Daniel Bryan doesn't win, I'm gonna be fucking furious.
Which is weird to hear you say because you used to hate the guy.
Yeah. And even though I hated him, I wanted him to win at 30. You know, obviously I know what the fuck works. And having Edge win the Rumble in the first place, I still think it should have been Big E or Bobby Lashley or Daniel Bryan. Edge should not have fucking won the Rumble, and this is just a fucking waste of people's time having him and Roman Reigns even in the same conversation.
Yeah, well, I hate you, Roman Reigns.
It's this match exists specifically to get the title off of Roman without Roman taking the pin, and I would love it if Daniel Bryan wins because he's one of the few that I also really like as well. I might tune in just for that. I won't pay the cock, but I'll steal the cock. I'll figure something out.
Worst case, Ontario, you can always ask me for some login help. Raw Women's Championship match.
We'll just create another fake email address.
There you go. Use worldclassbs@mail.com for your cock account.
7-day free trial of the cock.
I have no trouble. I have no issues. If you want to use that email address for that, we're going to be upgrading our server soon to a website. So yeah, we'll have real email addresses. Rhea Ripley versus Asuka for the Women's Championship. No matter what, we win because this is going to be a good match.
That might arguably be.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty good.
One of the better ones of that whole night too.
This is going to be a bullshit one. You'll probably like it more than me, Dion. Randy Orton versus The Fiend.
You're right. I do. You know, I love this fucking storyline right now, but it's just
I don't know
giving
why.
them a do-over because I love the ridiculousness of The Fiend right now. But it's like, their Mania match for the title wasn't great. This isn't going to be any different. These dudes just do not go well together for whatever reason.
All right, so we're what else we got left that night? I think Randy Orton's going to beat The Fiend. What do you think?
I think The Fiend's going to get the win this time.
I just want the character to go
away.
I
think they'll finally give him his win back.
Now, this is going to be a really empowering night. So, folks, I have a big video about censorship and racial sensitivity in the WWE because Peacock wants to go back and edit out old content. So I'm so thankful that WrestleMania 37 features a Nigerian drum fight for the Intercontinental Championship between Big E and Apollo Crews.
Yep.
What the fuck is a Nigerian drum fight?
Well, why Nigeria?
I don't know.
Do you not
Apollo
know?
Crews is Nigerian now.
Yeah, I got that he's a Nigerian now, but I'm just like, we're gonna go that hard in the paint, though. Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what to say when you talk to anyone about that match. Everyone's just like, "What?" But it's just. Which my other thing is that this is the WWE's response to Kamaru Usman being the champ and Israel Adesanya, and they're both from Nigeria, and then the heavyweight champion is from Cameroon. So it's just like the WWE's weird. I don't get it, dude. Like, why though?
Yeah. Dude, this is what I was pointing out the other day after I was listening to one of the podcasts I listened to keep up with the current product and about the Nigerian drum match. I'm like, so here we are in 2021 where everything is as woke as possible or else it faces the wrath of Twitter. They take Apollo Crews, they make him suddenly Nigerian. He speaks in a Nigerian accent. He has dudes with spears accompanying him to the ring. And now they're having a Nigerian drum fight. And it's like, we are protesting the wrong shit.
Yes.
If you go, oh my God, here, let me show the picture real quick, folks. This is real. We have to get rid of the Nation of Domination versus DX because it's offensive. But
Nigerian fucking drum matches.
I don't know what their flex is on this.
It's so weird, right? Like, I can't even. I mean, we know kind of what they're trying to do, but it's just the worst way to go about. Yeah, dude. Like, how the fuck you going? Come on, what is happening right now? This is almost as awkward as when Undertaker got jumped on live TV by terrorists.
Yeah.
Like, I just, what was the pitch meeting like? where Vince is like telling Apollo Crews, we're going to freshen up your character. You're going to be an African now, and you're going to have guys with spears, and you guys are going to have a drum match. At like what point did anybody that was participating in that meeting not stop and go, wait. I don't think we can do that. No, nobody just everybody just sat back and was just like,
what?
Yeah. But no, everybody's clearly like, oh yeah, that's, okay, yeah, that would be great. That'll really help his character. It's like, no, nothing about this helps his character.
Dude, hear me out. What if the Apollo Crews Big E match is the first thing to be edited out of Peacock in the modern era? On Monday morning, they're like, that was a bad idea, and they wipe it away instantly. I'd love that.
It's going to be too, because this is so fucking weird. That you got the black dude turned Nigerian with fucking almost war criminal looking motherfuckers going with him, and he's having an African drum match. What the fuck? Didn't we just deal with WWE getting made fun of for Kamala? So this is their response. Yo, someone call Freddie Prinze Jr. up. What the fuck are you guys thinking?
Yeah. Now,
actually, folks, go ahead and tweet that picture to Freddie Prinze right now and say, but Kamala was a problem.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about this bullshit. Thankfully, there's only 3 matches to talk about left. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. That'll probably be a good one.
Yeah, I think that
stuff never gets old.
Those
two fighting never gets old. You go all the way back to Ring of Honor when it was Generico and Steen, and that stuff was entertaining.
Yes.
We also have the United States Championship match, Riddle versus Sheamus. Come on, Matt Riddle. Bro. And then the last one we'll talk. Oh, God. This match isn't even finished. Women's Tag Team Championship match. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus To Be Determined.
Oh.
That is so
dumb. It's they leaked it on accident. It's gonna be Billy Kay and somebody whoever they broke the Iconics up, they broke them up. We're like, oh, they're not gonna be a team anymore, they're gonna be solos, and they immediately put them in tag teams with other people. It's gonna be Billy Kay with whoever it is she runs around with, because WWE was stupid and actually tweeted that match graphic.
I can't believe they did that, but I'm laughing at the cheese factor. Don't bring a guitar to the drum fight. So what you're saying is don't let Elias in. Got it.
Yeah, so Elias won't be there?
Well,
no, because last year, didn't Elias, when he did his like little ditty before when he got his ass beat by Cena or whatever it was, like it showed him playing a guitar, a keyboard, and drums?
I think we were in the crowd for that one, Dion. So
Yep. I thought I heard that he had pissed somebody off backstage, which is why he was getting fucking punished. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
So, folks, we're finally gonna embark on the journey you guys have requested for a while. We're gonna play a game of AI Dungeon to close out tonight's show. Let me get caught up on some super chats, and then we're gonna go down this rabbit hole together. You guys ready?
I think so.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but this is an AI generated RPG, Dion. So this could be glorious or terrible. Matt Deckard says you had it right. Jurassic Park, FF, and Avatar. I guess they gotta go. Zach Z says Firewind, Embrace the Butthole, Prong, and Butthole Device, Deep Purple. Maybe I'm a butthole. Alice in Chains, Man in the Butthole.
Go back to Deep Purple, Smoke on the Butthole.
Our butthole on the water?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. Neon Red Ninja.
Nobody does, but it's provocative.
Well, how about
people going?
How about this for provocative? Metallica, the Butthole of Cthulhu.
Damn, that is a hellish place.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. V.
Nope. Ride the Butthole.
Ooh. Mr. V says Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Buttholes. Mic drop.
Oh, yeah. That's probably the porn parody of that really good movie.
Oh, damn it. Nobody wants that one.
Adam Wofford says, I got one better. Buffalo Jeff sings Linkin Park's Got So Far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. So I sent you that audiobook. Check email. Kendo, can you forward that, please, when you get a chance?
I will.
All right. El Gallo de Oro says, spoiler for NXT, Chris Benoit returned.
I mean, you could try to dig him up.
Yeah. Let's see. Rocky the Intergalactic Woke Slate says, ladies and gentlemen, the absolute state of WWE. It's dog shit.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all.
Speaking of, this is the opposite of not good. This is a great message from 007 Cloud. That .com got me. Thanks, Dion. 25 minutes behind.
It's what I do. It's what I do.
Well, as long as you keep chugging along, you'll catch up.
All right. So, are you ready to experience AI Dungeon, guys?
I think so.
All right. Let's start the adventure. All right. So we're gonna pick a setting. What do you guys want? Explore worlds, fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombies, cyberpunk, custom, archive, or Halloween?
Explore worlds.
Halloween.
All right. Shit. Well, the cat just stepped on the computer. All right. There we go. Well, I guess we'll pick in the middle since... Well, shit, that would give us zombies. I don't want zombies.
Or cyberpunk.
Right. How do we don't even have a tiebreaker. Fuck. Let's just try Explore World since it's the first one. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know what we're supposed to do here.
What the fuck is all of that?
We're going to Kringle. The world of Kringle. Right. Santa Claus has been planning to take over the North Pole for years. He has patiently waited for the elves to grow old and weak for his retribution. The time has come. Santa Claus and his naughty ragtag army of elves, gnomes, fairies, dragons, candy cane, vampire elves, etc. now control the North Pole. But Santa knows that the North Pole can only remain his if he can conquer all of Kringle. To do this, Santa needs to take you and two of his biggest competitors, the Easter Bunny and Jack Frost. Will you help Santa or fight back and help the elves? This sounds shitty.
I feel like we have to be on Santa's side at this point because it's probably like that Santa Claus that Bill Goldberg played.
All right, quick start it is. Preparing world.
What in the world is happening?
I don't know, and I'm the host. World events. The powerful Helm's Deep spell has been cast. The elves, gnomes, and fairies are safe from harm in the small refuge while they plot naughty helpers. Any heroes of the kingdom on the outside of the refuge will need to be careful if they want to survive the battle in the wilds of Kringle.
Why do I feel like there's something that's going to come up here that's going to get our channel banned?
I don't know, but it's AI. So I'm going to read this, and then
the word naughty got used way too much.
Yeah. All right. So, you are Sarah, a female candy elf. You are working for the last few years with the human, Easter Bunny, and gnome allies in Bwainzil to stop the evil Santa Claus. After years of preparation, you've finally been given the go order from the Easter Bunny to take out the opposition. You have prepared your weapon of choice, a candy cane bomb, and are ready to strike. What? Who do you go after first?
I guess Santa Claus, right? Bob Saget.
Yeah, let's go after Bob Saget.
You walk into the room where Bob Saget is sitting in a chair. He gets up and greets you. Bob is wearing an elven dagger, which he offers to you along with a sword. What do you do?
Take the sword and tell him you got it, dude.
Yeah.
You walk over to Bob. You walk over to Bob and take the sword, holding it out the way he offers it to you. Bob is quite surprised by your lack of your laid-back nature and behavior. You're a cool cat, he says.
Huh. Oh, have mercy.
Have mercy. Put the sword back in its sheath and walk away. Bob is a little confused, but you explain you need to defend yourself before attacking. But what about Christmas? You're supposed to be my helper.
Fuck Bob.
Oh. Wait, unallowed and strict safe mode. See settings. All right, where are the settings? Fuck.
Dude, please tell me we don't have to start over. Settings.
Off.
Off.
Yeah, buddy.
I am over 18.
I hope
We sure are.
I don't act like it.
All right, now tell him to go get fucked.
Fuck Christmas.
Fuck Christmas.
You fuck
You explain that
Christmas.
you can't really worry about things like Christmas, that you need to do what's best for you, and maybe one day you'll be able to celebrate again.
Nah, fuck that.
You decide to leave the city forever and move to a place where nobody knows you. You pick up your things and walk out the fortress gates. You look up at the moon and you make a wish. What are we wishing for?
Beer.
I wish for a big, thick woman.
That too.
With 2 C's.
Yes.
Beer.
You make your wish and then set off into the snowy wilds. Your main concern is staying out of sight until the chaos dies down. What do?
Call
The thick white woman.
Call over Tracy, the thick white woman that you remember from your childhood.
You call the thick white woman. You call the number you were given and a voice answers. Hello. The voice on the other end asks, is this Brenda? Yeah, who is this?
Surprise, motherfucker. Mike from yes. Remember me?
This is Mike. I'm a friend of Bob's, and I was wondering if you could help me with something. Bob never mentioned you. What do you need?
A blowjob.
Tree Fitty.
Let's see if she says yes. If I can spell. Next day, your wish comes true.
Yes.
Brenda obliges your every whim as you quickly consume her entire body, mind, and soul. You have an incredibly powerful mind, but your body is completely deprived of sustenance. What do you
Jesus,
do?
That's a drink
Yeah,
Gatorade
that's
after all that.
Oh.
The next few weeks involve regular trips back to Brenda's home and consumptions of her ass, pussy, and some of her blood.
God
You find
damn.
several bloody, thirsty vampires living in her home. What the fuck?
You can team with James Woods to kill them all.
Yes. Call Blade.
You call in Blade. You wait until nightfall and get your undead coach. You travel through the snow to Brenda's home, which is very well hidden, and many elven eyes have never seen it. What do you do?
Kill every vampire in sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works too.
I mean, that's just you draw your sword and attack Brenda's home. You hack through several elves protecting it while elves shoot arrows at you and throw rocks at Coach. Eventually, the coach crashes through the front door. What do you do? Die. The home is silent. Elves and humans alike stare at you in silence. Brenda's corpse lays crumpled in a corner of the house. What do
I'm
you
confused.
do?
Are we Brenda now? They were like, we change.
We start singing Celine Dion, clearly.
Oh yeah.
Ah, if I can spell. Let's see. There you go. Wait, well, I spelled it wrong again. You begin to strum your lute and the sounds of music filling the hallways. Elves stare at you in horror, but some begin to clap and join you in song. Another joins, then another. What do you do?
Scream
Demand
surprise,
their
motherfucker.
loyalty.
And then let's say gun them down commando style.
Wait, I have to pay?
Oh,
no.
No.
We got honey dicked on air.
We got honey dicked on the air, dude. What the fuck? There was a subscription.
I bet Vince Russo was behind that fucking thing.
Oh, he swerved us, bro.
Yeah, bro. So Doug Keller asks, is Apocalypse Now your favorite movie, Kendo?
No, I like it. It's a good movie, but it's not on the list.
I enjoy it. It wouldn't make a top for me, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I will do this on the High Council with Cecil. I think he'll enjoy it. Joseph Bianowicz sent in a super chat that says, Buffalo Jeff reads The Night Before Christmas and The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
There you
Don't you even think about it.
No, what you do is you do that, and then you send it to Dion as a Christmas gift.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, let's see.
The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play, so we sat in the house all the cold, wet day.
I'm done.
For real, could you save me from this bullshit?
No, he cannot.
with your witchcraft.
So, I feel like what else is there to cover this week?
It's been a quiet week for the most part, man.
Yeah, there ain't
I know, right? Yeah. Folks in the chat, you have any recommendations before we put this short episode to bed?
Or questions?
I do have. Oh, wait, go ahead. I have something though.
No, I was just soliciting the people.
Oh, you were soliciting questions.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to send you. I'll send us a couple things. Since it's WrestleMania weekend, we'll end with this kind of fun stuff. So, yeah, we're going to have more fun talking about this than actually watching wrestling. Our friend Super Mastermind says, try Zork. It's old. It should be free. Let's see. Zork. What is Zork? Where can I play it? Oh, here we go. Play online at textadventures.co.uk. Let's see if that'll load. While I'm looking that up, let me share what I had on screen. What?
Oh, what I sent? Look at the picture you just sent. The second one. I'm done.
So when I saw that earlier, Kendo, I was like, I'm saving this just for Kendo. I'm going to share that one first. Now, folks, have you ever seen the film My Girl? Obviously, we all have. And it stars Macaulay Culkin and what's her name? Alana Chomsky or something like that. She was in stuff. But it has a really, really fucking sad ending. And anytime you can meme that, well, you're a cold-hearted bastard. That's why I love this meme right here.
Why would you cut away before you did that?
That's so mean. That's harsh. Now, keep it on brand with all of our stuff. Al Snow is a wrestler who was once accused of being dangerous towards women because he carried a mannequin head to the ring. We'll talk about him on tomorrow's video. But Al Snow, I just got kicked out of a Flat Earth Facebook group because I asked if the 6-foot social distancing had pushed anyone over the edge yet. That's fucking retarded. I love it. And now this is what I really wanted to talk about, guys. This was on the WWE site, and it said you can only pick 3. The rest have to go away. Which 3 are you picking? So take your time while you look at this. I will say it's very easy to eliminate matches like Lynch, Flair, Rousey, Kofi Bryant, End of an Era, HBK Taker 2. Like, those are easy throwaways. There's a couple hard ones that are, I can't get rid of this one. This is so great, but I hate to say it, a lot of these are expendable.
Yeah. A lot of them are. I think, obviously, for me, you keep 17. It's just the greatest WrestleMania main event of all time. You keep TLC 2, and I mean, and then for historical purposes, you gotta keep Savage Steamboat.
I'm keeping Bret Austin because you have to, or else you don't get the Austin run you would eventually get, because that match made him. Oh shit! And then it gets tough because Andre Hogan. The big deal about that was it was the first time anybody, or especially Hogan, body slammed Andre, which was not true. If you take out TLC 2, it doesn't get rid of TLC because they already had one that was the first one, which was great. The second one was better, but you're still going to have TLC matches. Gun to my head, I'm taking that whole top row.
Good row.
That's a good row, my good son.
Yeah.
I'll take Rock Austin WrestleMania 17, HBK Taker WrestleMania 25, and this is so difficult. It's not. I don't really like Savage Steamboat as much as I'm supposed to. Bret Hart, Stone Cold. That's a much better match in my opinion.
It is.
But both you motherfuckers be making me all happy and shit.
I would say there are no wrong answers here, but there's like 3 wrong answers.
Yeah. Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, that's a wrong answer.
Yeah.
And as great as Kofi and Bryan was, every other match on here, with the exception of the Rousey Flair Lynch one and probably Hogan on. Well, even Hogan Andre technically was not good at all, but the fact that it sold out the Superdome. See what I did there? And thank you. Just before somebody tries to flame me in the chat, I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. but also, if you look at Austin, like Austin HBK from 14 with Tyson, that's a great. Now I'm just gonna stick with my top row, and like I said, there are no wrong answers except for the women's match from 35. And I would say Kofi Bryan would probably be a wrong answer too.
Yeah, thankfully, we grew up in an era where we could watch a good wrestling card and go, oh, this is going to be a classic in the making. I'm going to put money out there right now that there's not going to be a match on this WrestleMania card that's going to be on a list of greatest of all time.
No.
I know it's kind of shitty to go, oh, how could you not know? Why would you preemptively cut yourself off from what could be great? Because I watch wrestling and I know how it goes. It's like we know what to expect from a Disney Star Wars film. I know what to expect from the WWE. I've been watching it for, God, over 20 years, and only a couple of those years have been really great. So we had a couple more super chats roll in. We're going to address those. And then I think we're going to close this baby out. Commander Ed Straker of Shadoo says, Buffalo Jeff reads Horton, here's a who. That rhymed. Sorry. Commander Ed Straker, by the way, thank you for all the stuff over on Mindless Entertainment yesterday. I was reading your back and forth with Greg Kirby in the chat, and that was a lot of fun.
What's Greg Kirby being?
I'll tell you off air what he said. Let's see. We had one more roll in from Doug Keller, who says, I think last time I watched wrestling was when Jeff Hardy was the WWE champion between 2008 and 2010. Oh wait, I'm reading online or in the chat. I think DMX passed away.
Yeah, I was going to cut in after that last super chat. We've got breaking news. DMX apparently has actually died.
Oh, that's sad. He's 50 years old, so. Favorite DMX song, Dion?
X gonna give it to you for sure.
Kendo?
It's got to be X is going to give it to you.
I prefer the Beehole Riders anthem. No, on all seriousness, DMX had a couple good songs. He had this one song like "They Don't Know Who We Be" or whatever. That was okay. God, he had, was it "Get the Part Up in Here" or whatever it's called?
Party Up.
Yeah, Party Up. I couldn't think of it. He was everywhere for a minute. Movies, MTV, the radio. He was a big deal. I always thought. Now, folks, when I Googled this, I didn't find any articles, but it's all over Twitter right now, and we're seeing from places with the check marks and almost 700,000 followers. So I don't think they're going to post fake stuff about DMX's death.
Nope.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, that's the only reason I'm not sharing any links or anything like that, because there's nothing to read. So, man. But it's sad. Are we all caught up then, guys?
It appears so.
Yeah, well, this was a shorter episode, but it doesn't mean it was a lesser one. It was a fun night. I missed Nick, though. I gotta say, we were a man down.
Never leave a man behind.
I know.
He left us behind.
Yeah. We get it. We get it, Nick. We know where your priorities lie. We'd have done the same thing. So, guys, let's see. The comic, let's drop the link one more time. There we go, folks. Back that goes away on May the 2nd. So it's been an awesome campaign so far. We are $6 away from our next goal, and then we will continue on this journey. Jeff Lucas is coming back, folks. He was going to be back already, but Shit Pancake destroyed, AK lost the wig and beard.
I hid it from you, Mom.
Yeah, so I bought new wigs and beards for Jeff Lucas, and he will return this week. It's a lot of fun. If you guys enjoy the old special edition trailers that George Lucas used to appear on in front of the movies, or the old interviews with Leonard Maltin, You're going to like what Jeff Lucas has to say. And the rest of this campaign is going to get weird and fun. So just be on the lookout for, even if you've already backed it, just watch the videos. They're going to be entertaining. So, Kendo, Dion, is there anything you guys want to say before we go?
X gonna give it to you. Come on.
Yeah. Buy Dogecoin.
You think this is a fucking game? There we go. That's my favorite DMX quote. Well, I can't really say my favorite one, but not on there at least. Anyway, folks, we're going to go. So I'll have a video out tomorrow. Make sure you guys watch that. And in the meantime, folks, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always
be excellent to each other.
.com.
Buffalo Jeff's going to give it to you, Dion.
Come on.